One. All right, everybody, welcome back. It's SBL time, semifinals. I'm Thrifty Senpai. Joining you for the TriCast, I have Hook Resets, aka Cal, and Mai Wang, everybody's favorite jungler, not named Westwera.
Oh yeah.
Hello, hello.
And we have a banger tonight. Wormbound Crusaders versus BDE. BDE choosing blue side, being the favorites by quite a bit, I would say, coming into here.
Yeah, I would definitely say that they're the favorites, but damn, dude, I feel like that Wormbound Crusaders has just, almost been there all season long, and I think that we could see an upset tonight. I think that this team was definitely more likely to do an upset than what the Boulders could have done. So I'm glad to see that these two teams matching up.
Yeah, and I will say, even though the records don't truly show it, I feel a lot of these games um, could have gone in different directions. A lot of the times, specifically for, I believe they're the... Oh, which team is this? Sorry, I'm professional, I swear. The Wormbound Crusaders. I feel they usually have decently early leads, and just knowing what to do with it has been a big issue all season, so... I have to see how different it is. And actually, the Zac left open, by the way. I think that's been banned all season.
Yeah, it's been banned a lot. I mean, I think our team believes that it's kind of a team-defining pick. It gives your jungler engage, and 30 really doesn't have that like a whole lot else in his pool, and it also is a tank in the pool versus the Volibear, which is a little bit
And we also know
more
this.
squishy.
We also know that Zac is a contested pick. That is Cac's
too.
go-to jungler.
Yeah.
And has been for both this season and last. So I mean, I really like their ban strategy here.
Blue side kind of showing up why it's so loved. As they get to ban out two of Phoenix Blaze's picks, maybe forcing him onto that third Vel'Koz pick. And something I want to note about this Phoenix Blaze versus Renai circulation matchup, I is every single time I've watched it, Renai plays on a whole different level. He plays as if he's like an actual aggressive player, which is not something we ever know about Renai circulation in lane.
But in this matchup, we should be seeing Phoenix in the bot lane.
Yeah,
it's true.
Versus the mid lane matchup.
Yeah, I assume that Vel'Koz is almost assuredly going into the bot lane, as we've seen them want to do here, where they just go ahead and they'll pick champs. They'll put Phoenix in the bot lane if they want, or they'll put Mr. Tuesday in. Like last week, they did put Tuesday in the bot lane, where they were able to flex that pick.
You don't have to be afraid of me.
But yeah, I'm curious to see. This has been like obviously like the go-tos have always been Ziggs Acel. We know Vel'Koz has been the number 3, but we haven't seen as much of it. So I'm really curious to see how the number 3 Vel'Koz is going to come out for Phoenix here.
And another thing to note for the Wormbound, they have triple AP locked in right now. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to see a ton of AD.
I was just about to mention this, and I saw this in their draft last week as well too. As far as I know, Mr. Tuesday only has 2 AD mid laners that would be viable right now, that being Jace and Yasuo. And I feel like if I was BDE, I'd be banning out those two.
Yeah, dude, I agreed.
But I guess they they think Zeri.
They think that Vel'Koz is going mid, which I think is also another possibility. They're like, we have triple AP, we have to pick literally an AD carry. That said, I'm surprised to see Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa's kind of more on the hybrid spectrum of it. Particularly, I know like in general, if Kai'Sa is able to build whichever way, she will do the hybrid build in general over a full crit.
Yeah, and I think Zeri's damage is decently mixed as well too, even doing the straight AD builds.
Oh really?
She rocks about 35% magic damage.
For a lot from her passive, I agree. As the Vayne hover, and it's gonna be locked in. Mr. Tuesday Vayne. I love this against the double tank. It can shred a lot as long as he has some protection, which he should, with the Sejuani Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
So
Also big notes is that Vayne is exceptionally good against Trundle. No
Yeah,
gap, like no gap closer. Pillar plays really poorly with Condemn, and I mean, whoa.
This is
Vex
a big
Melia.
different pick. This is pretty good in the Sejuani, not too much else from what I see. But I know that Tree has been loving Milio for ever since he came out. Just gonna be a lot different than what they've been playing though.
Yeah,
They
very
can't
different.
rely on Tree anymore for
The Vex is
engages.
not a surprise though. I'm honestly really surprised they didn't see it banned over the others. I mean over the Ari, because this has been Renai's go-to champ in their games for quite some time now. If you look, he's got just an absurd number of Vex games.
Yeah, I imagine it was a respect ban actually um to respect, as they picked Jinx for Renai in their last game against them, even though you could
Oh,
say it wasn't. And they
yeah.
put respect on Ari, and he kind of, I think he was doing extremely well. I didn't actually get
He
to
did
watch
do
it.
extremely
But
well.
yeah, it's the champ might be a little strong, some might say. So
Yeah.
kind of a respect ban in that sense. But that is kind of how it goes. Both these teams can swap their AD and mid laner, and it's a varying success, you know?
Yeah. Something I want to touch. So the Knot was the last pick here. How do you feel about that coming into the rest of this team, Cal, as our support expert?
So So Nautilus is a general pretty good all-around pick. I really like it into the Jinx. Having the point and click against this mobile ADC, really easy way to get in. And I don't think that Blue Side's team comp has too much ways of actually peeling, besides maybe a Zackle and maybe a Pillar. So it's pretty nice in that sense, especially when otherwise they would only have a Sejuani ult for an engage. So I like it.
Okay. Yeah. It's nice to have a piece of CC that is not cleansable as well.
Yeah. I do think that the Milio ball might actually be okay into it. I have no idea how the interaction goes, because I have not been playing that much
Oh,
since
man.
Milio
Yeah,
came back.
I'm not sure how interruptible is not hook.
Not.
Like not right. Yeah,
You
that's what I
can't.
thought. Like it's like
You might be able to knock him from getting that like extra auto on you,
yeah,
because
you're
it's
still
pretty
getting
slow.
pulled. You always get pulled, but like I'm pretty sure you could like make him not close the whole distance, right? He still pulls you
Uh,
that distance.
yeah, he pulls you a little bit. Technically, yeah, actually, that is true. Because the way Thresh Hooks works with it is after he lands the hook, if you flay him out, I mean,
Yeah.
then he won't go anywhere. But maybe then Milio kind of can do the same thing. I'm not
Yeah.
actually sure.
Yeah, I'd use the Milio Flameo
Milio
ball.
ball as you get hit, maybe it'll stop the Nautilus. That'll be an
Yeah.
interesting interaction to watch.
The
Sure.
other interesting thing I kind of want to watch out for, this is the second time this season we've seen the Vel'Koz Trundle matchup happen. And I think in the last matchup, that the Trundle did not use the pillar very well to
Yeah.
interrupt the Vel'Koz ult. Were you casting that game with me, Cal?
I was not
No,
casting the game, but I was watching it and I was upset.
Yeah,
That was I believe that was Thunder playing the Trundle,
that's what it
and
was.
it just he a lot of fights ended up happening before Renai Circulation, who's on the Vel'Koz, even got there. So he kind of just got the walk on in. The pillar was already gone. Use his whole combo and delete people. So it's we'll have to see if Dan on the or SBL Bad Boy on the Trundle can pull it through and be patient with it. I think a lot of Trundle players are gonna be wanting to use it early, as like Thrifty
yeah.
said, it's the only gap closer, so it's tough in that sense. But have to see some patience from him.
Well, and a lot of times we don't even see a SBL Bad Boy playing with the team. He's basically been on 100% split push duty.
Yep.
So him and Vel'Koz may not get to interact in any ways that would even help that along.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. I mean, you have the Zac to cause a lot of chaos on the engage there, so I'm pretty sure you can have a pretty good time just, you know, with what we got, right? Like you can like let the Zac do the engage, let the Trundle follow up, be the interruption on the what's it called? The Vel'Koz ult. If they deem that to be a high priority thing. I mean, that's the other option, right? Is if you find that like you're like, oh, the Vel'Koz isn't a big issue, then you don't have to worry about interrupting the ult. But
Another thing to note here that I think we probably didn't actually talk about at all is it is back to Phoenix plays mid and Tuesday AD carry.
yeah, I think it was, yeah, we didn't explicitly say that. It was kind of implied once we saw the Vayne, right?
Right.
Sometimes you'll see Vayne top. Honestly, that would have been hella spicy. Put the Vayne top against the Trundle.
Yeah, that would have been fun to see.
That'd have been crazy. But
Both AD carries running Ghost. I've actually started noticing this picking up in my solo queue games like a lot. AD carries have started dropping heal most of the time.
yeah.
In favor of Ghost.
Yeah, it turns out, like, basically, with the exception of, like, the early all-in lanes, which are just not as popular anymore, like, not as relevant, because it's, like, you know, getting the kills, like, sometimes not as, like, doesn't matter as much as, like, just pushing them off the wave, where, the heal's just not as good as Ghost. Like, in the big team fights, being able to have, like, that additional auto-spacing and being able to, like, get yourself in is just so much more important than having that little bit of extra defense.
Yeah, from the times when I was playing a little bit competitively, a huge thing for us at the time, there was no Ghost ADC, so all we said was, okay, we need to play around. Our AD carry doesn't have flash, so we can't fight. And Ghost kind of relieves that a lot, because it gives you an extra out too, in case they're all engaging on you. It's a little bit shorter of a cooldown, 90 seconds shorter than flash, and can just be a lot more useful, all in all.
Right. We getting off to some early pushing from the bot lane. A bit of fighting in the top lane.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of the early games should be pretty slow. The junglers being Zac and Sejuani, not exactly the most hyper aggressive champions, but
No, I mean, we are both seeing them path top, and there's definitely an opportunity for potentially, like, you know, gank path top, gank path mid. Vex Vel'Koz, unless like one of them is like way over pushers and a lot of kill pressure with the jungle gank with these, but top lane you can make something happen.
this definitely is. I feel something that might be a big deal is Bad Boy ended up running the Ghost instead of the Flash. I feel that should give them enough pressure to do something, as maybe an engage out here, but respected a nice sidestep. Well, nothing ends up happening.
Yeah, we see a lot of early prio here. I actually missed the way the lane went early. I'm surprised they were able to get that much shoving pressure on them, but Jinx Rockets will clean that wave up pretty nicely. As,
Back in, lands the
yeah,
Q.
Cax is getting a little
Put up
trouble. The
the
Fear's gonna
flash.
go through. Yeah, Flash is gonna make sure more than guarantee safety here. But Flash blown, Scuttle secured. Big
Yeah.
BDE starting off on the right foot.
That's
Yeah,
the 30 Dan. Very good.
Yeah, and I kind of imagine with just like this setup that they have with Vel'Koz versus Vax and Zac versus Sedge, that whole top half of the map is actually going to be pretty tough to access for Cax.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little rough for a bit. But it's interesting because like where he wants to put his focus for this game is like very much split on the side lanes, right? Like in general, you're just gonna let the Vel'Koz is gonna fucking farm out wave. And then, but like, you have the, you know, you want to get your Mordekaiser rolling. Thunder's always been like a key focal point of this team. And then like bot lane, you have a lot of follow-up, right? You have the immobile Jinx, and you have Nautilus. You can do a lot of lockdown there.
Good trade at a Renai there. Just
Yeah.
dodging out all the Vel'Koz abilities.
Yeah, there's definitely something to be said for playing against the champion that you've played the most. Definitely a bit of comfort there as we see 30 starts up the grubs, dishing them out.
Yeah, and I think if I was in the situation that Wormbound
Oh.
Crusaders were in right now,
I'm gonna interrupt you real fast. This looks like, okay, never mind. It's not gonna come through. Tree's roamed up. Cax is backing off. They're just conceding it. So, all right.
awesome. Yeah, and I think that's the right decision.
So yeah. So what were you gonna say about with the Wormbound Crusaders here?
Yeah, I was gonna say if I was in the Wormbound Crusaders position, I would just back off of those grubs, and concede them.
Yeah, tree with the heads up roam, basically all but guaranteed, but was already very likely.
Shadow Realm.
Yeah. Ghost coming out from Bad Boy. He's gotta have the happy feet, trying to make sure he can dodge this Q.
But he's just getting autoed.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh man, stops the storm because he dodged that Q out.
He should just be dead. Yep.
I wonder if he burnt flat, like, cause like he used the happy feet in the Shadow Realm, but the Q wasn't up. I wonder if he waited just like a second, he would have been able to escape there, but that was very close. There's a First Blood going over onto the Mordekaiser, something that you love to see.
Yeah, it
For
should be
the
a huge thing
Crusaders.
for Wormbound.
Yeah, I mean that's huge, right?
Whoa.
What's up?
Dan just started Zerker's Greaves on Trundle.
With lethal tempo. Oh,
He's got lethal. He's lethal tempo.
Lethal
Zerker's
tempo
Greaves.
is normal though.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's fine.
Oh, but 30's sneaking in here. They don't know. He's gonna walk over this ward now, but okay, no follow up. A Cax on the side. A little bit of posturing, but nothing gonna come from it. Okay.
As everyone's just fighting over vision a little bit, being like, "Oh, you guys engage."
Yeah.
Like,
I'm so curious. Okay, Berserker Greaves. I mean, is that a thing on Trundle? I don't know. I don't.
No.
It's
Okay,
not.
okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
it's just them
Yeah. Okay.
being very greedy, and we'll see if he gets punished, because he's done greedy things before and not be punished. So it's
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll see.
I wasn't sure because I know like sometimes Trundles like build some weird stuff, so I was like, man, I don't know. This seems sus, but
he's doing some counter jungling as he's
dude, yeah.
losing his wave.
I think he's afraid to. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I can't go if he's not comfortable with where the wave is with the freeze. It's like go be productive somewhere else, right?
Yep.
There's no point like if you can't go and touch those minions, there's no point walking up and just like sitting there unless like you're like think you're gonna get a decent amount of XP from that. Like you just leave.
Very true. As soon as this death realm goes up, I want to see Thunder be aggressive with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's looking pretty strong. We already know he could beat Dan in the 1v1, so it's like the question is, like, long as he can keep... If he can keep Bad Boy low enough of a health that he can win the 1v1 before, like, the Shadow Realm comes out, it makes it super hard for 30 to gank, right?
Just one more thing about this Berserker's Greaves pick. This is once again, a triple topside AP, the easiest Merc Treads game of your life. Like, there's no world where you're greeting this.
I mean, if you never plan on running into the 3 people.
Yeah.
If you're just
these,
split pushing
Yeah,
there again.
yeah. And then the Merc Treads don't do anything to towers.
Bro,
I guess that is true.
unless you live.
Big brain.
But
Uh,
we're sitting here and we're all thinking on level like 2 and 3. SBL Bad Boy is sitting out on level 7. He's so far, he's so deep.
Alright, and this time, Wormbound Crusaders can fight for these grubs coming up.
Yeah, we see
They
literally
actually did
all
pull
of
the
BDE
support
coming up though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have committed to the motion of getting this, but we're not. Oh, a great fear going to interrupt the Vel'Koz ult. Now he's looking for the re-engage, going to force the flash out of Phoenix Blaze. Dolphy getting low. Vel'Koz Q going to get some damage down, but Respect's pacing with Rockets. Going to find himself sandwiched in between, though. Hook coming through. Meanwhile, 30 getting damage on Thunder on the back. Respect going to flash over to safety. He's making out autos. Thunder's going to get an ult, putting Tree into the Shadow Realm, but Tree flashes over the wall, getting nothing here. Now, Wormbound Crusaders finding themselves kiting out back. Another hook going down, but health bar is getting low, but no one falling. Dolphy looks to be the first to go, but he's going to flash the safety, but Rai's going to flash as well. Get the auto kill. 30 with a re-engage, going to go ahead and pick up the double kill for Renai onto Mordekaiser. Jinx Zap going to come through. SBL Bad Boy looking to, never mind, barrier bait's going to make sure that Renai gets a triple kill.
And all of this because Respect goes up for the fight, and
Yeah.
they decided to fight anyway. Like this was completely Wormbound's decision. One thing to note though, in that fight, Thunder was in the middle of everyone. Respect flash. My thing
Yep.
paused.
My spectator's bugged.
Mine too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Well,
back. It's
Okay.
back. It's
I'm just
back.
gonna untouch. We're gonna leave for a
Rita,
second.
please.
It's not working for me still.
Yep. Cool. We're gonna wait a second here. But yeah. Well, given this a
You
second.
got visuals, Tim?
No, I don't have visuals, so you should wait a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna try resetting back a few seconds and see if we get past 10:30.
I just like clicked my mouse in the middle of the screen, and it started going.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried like doing the classic like jump back 15 seconds and then letting it go, like move the timer around, and it's doing nothing for me right now.
I'm just getting stuck
There
at
goes.
10:30.
Is it working for you, Cal?
Nope, stuck at
Nope.
10:30.
Cool.
Oh, now it's working. I just rewinded enough times and it finally started working.
Cool. Okay, we're just gonna click around on this time clock a couple times, so we can make it past 10:30 here.
The one point I wanted to make was Thunder ulted Tree after John flashed on top of him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I
that
was
was-
upset at because
Yeah,
that
here we
fight
can
would
get
have
the
been
instant
completely
replay.
different.
Yeah, I got the instant replay right up on stream right now, actually.
Yeah. Literally, if
Yeah.
Thunder just ults John, that fight might have been won. As he would have gotten the reset, as he definitely would have gotten the kill.
And the thing was, like, he was at, like, full health, and the enemy team was so low in between him, and he just couldn't auto anyone.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he couldn't do any damage to anyone there. Oh, that is rough.
Nonetheless, I
Alright,
am
I
now
am
stopped
hard.
at 11
I am
minutes.
hard. You're at 11. Okay.
I'm stuck. It's broken. again.
Cool. Wang, if you want to see if you can get past 11 minutes, I'm gonna try closing and then restarting my spectator.
So I've been letting it run, and I got to 12 minutes, and then I just stopped.
Okay. Cool. We're gonna leave, and I'm gonna have one of you guys stay in real fast. We're gonna resume the spectate, and we're gonna see what we can do here. Just put that on there. Oh, I can't even. Cool.
Can't even spectate.
I'm stuck with skip voting for stats right now, and I can't do anything on my client. Sick. Alright, time to restart the client. Real fast.
I have not moved past 11 minutes.
Yep. Alright, let's see what's going on.
Alright, games known indie company.
Okay, let's see here. Alright, let's try and spectate here. Are you guys able to get past 12 minutes?
I'm still at
that's-
11.
That's what I'm working on right now.
Yep, excellent. Cool. I'm gonna mute audio, guys, on stream. We're gonna hopefully be back here in a second, but I'm gonna mute while we try and troubleshoot this and figure things out.
I'm
Hey everyone, just want to let you know, so we are still experiencing spectator issues and are failing to be able to spectate games. So we are not going to be spectating game one of this series. While this is going, while they're completing game one, we're going to go ahead and try and figure out and test custom games to see if we're able to spectate on those just fine. And we're going to go from there. And we'll keep you an update by game two. Stay tight with everyone, and we will hopefully see you all soon. All right, everybody. A little update for you. Game 1 is completed. It was as you guys saw in the last fight. That was actually the only fight that mattered. We had a BDE was able to close out the game over Wormbound Crusaders. We will be attempting to do game 2, as we were able to do a custom game and spectate on that again while we were waiting for their game to go to completion. So hopefully that will be working as intended. And if not, we will then be working on trying to find out backup plans. The game itself, 30 has downloaded the game, and we will be doing a restream of the game either later this evening or at a later time, where we will get a full VOD, probably without commentary, though. Well, so other than that, we're getting in lobby, and we'll be right back very soon with a game 2 that'll hopefully not explode. One. All right, we are live once again in a much sadder state of affairs, but hopeful nonetheless. I am Thrifty Senpai, joined here with Cal and my Wang, and we see a
Yep.
Nocturne ban, a blue side Nocturne ban.
Blue side. That is very interesting.
I actually really don't get that though.
I think Cax doesn't play Nocturne at all, and his team's probably not going to trust him.
Yeah,
with
but
Nocturne.
why not ban it first though? Like, why ban it first?
It's not.
At least
yeah,
wait.
just
Wait
like
till third
force
ban.
them to ban it.
Yeah.
Oh, something got messed up.
I thought I was first picking Nocturne. Oh,
is-
we're gonna
SBL scuff.
SBL scuff, man, and what a scuff tonight has been so far. Quiet crash.
crash.
Perfect.
Perfect. All good. All right. Nocturne ban. Zach ban. No surprises here.
Yep. The surprise would be if they were listening to the stream and then banned something else instead of Nocturne and been like, oh, you're
Dude,
right.
that would have been a fucking twist.
Eyes closed.
Ash ban.
That's the same thing as last game too.
Yep. Yeah, Respect's been playing a fair amount of the Ashe, and I guess they don't want that pick potential to be available.
I also saw in at least one of their practice games, SBL Bad Boy played Ash top.
No way are they banning Ash top. I refuse to believe it.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him any
Reliant Soul
credit.
and a Ziggs ban, presumably, here.
The stream did not see it, but he went Mercurial Scimitar first item Trundle last game. I will not give Dan any credit for that win, no matter what happened. He tried his best to troll with items, and they still won.
Can buying items deal mental damage to your opponent?
It's dealing mental damage to me, and I'm not even
Me
in the
too.
game.
Yeah.
The casters are in shambles over
Yeah.
here as
we're
similar
spinning,
banners.
man.
DeBear 47 in chat says, think we need to redo the game since we couldn't witness it. We are, I believe, going to attempt to restream it later.
Yeah,
So you will be able to witness it.
you will be able to witness
I
it.
just won't have anybody's colorful commentary, likely.
Yeah, and we see the Jinx Prio purse pick here.
I understand Jinx being a pretty solid pick, but I do not see
the
any
first pick
reason for
Prio,
picking
yeah.
Yeah, I especially if you're just trying to lock it away from Respect. Maybe you're trying to keep them from flexing so you don't have to ban the Ahri as the Zeri counter pick. Haven't seen Zeri in ages except for on NTVM's match history, so this is interesting.
Yeah, this is already proving to have some interesting picks here.
And also another game where they opt to have Mr. Tuesday in bot lane once again.
Yeah, I mean, they locked themselves into that first thing, and also something to notice actually that I totally missed is the Kled got through.
I keep trying to think, who did they not ban when they banned Zac,
Yeah.
Asol, Ziggs, and it was Kled. This is wild. This is a definite call out. First, like the not Kled ban, the Zeri pick to win. I'm pretty sure I need to see, but I don't know Respect to be a Zeri player at all.
I think Respect plays a little Zeri. I did
Not a
see it
lot,
coming up in his
but he
match
has
history.
played it, yeah.
Yeah.
He does have one game.
Something big to point out here. Whoa. Something to point out here is that they did let the Kled go through before last week. They didn't even have 30, and they were able to handle that. However, they did have Nocturne.
Pretty huge differences.
So
Nocturne, notoriously weak SBL champ.
Oh yeah, notoriously weak. Um, I will say I did know they had team practice last night, and I did see them run Zeri Lulu in the bot lane one game.
They did. And he went 16-0-4, so probably feels pretty okay.
Okay.
Was that the game that they played against like Silvers?
No, that was a different game. I remember
Okay.
seeing the one where they played a bunch of silver and bronze people and absolutely cyberbullied them to,
There was a singular Emerald player on the enemy team playing Yasuo ADC who went 0-6-0. So, but the rest of the team was unranked, so take that as you will.
your mileage may vary. Yeah.
Definitely every time somebody posts their wins, I always check their insanely like high
Yeah.
KDAs or something. I always check who they're playing against. I'm judging you silently. I don't always call it out.
But yeah,
We'll have to
second phase
see.
bans here. We see the Ari ban once again and a Malphite ban, interestingly enough. And a Hwei Karma targeting a Dolphy here.
The Darius lock-in. This is all just Giga Chat energy coming out, except for Lulu from the
why
red
did
side.
why did we want
Blitzcrank.
Blitzcrank into this team?
The
Yeah.
Blitzcrank.
Why? You're against Lulu, Volibear, Darius. Like,
Listen,
nobody you want to pull.
Oh!
he wants to
oh,
pull that
shit.
Zeri or the Lulu.
What? Hold up.
Talia.
Talia.
So this is most
That's a-
certainly gonna be Phoenix plays Jinx.
You think so? Does Phoenix Place play
Yes.
Jinx?
He can now because
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say because
Um,
Talia's a Tuesday champ.
yeah, there's no
Yeah.
world that Phoenix is playing Talia here.
And we see the Seraphine.
Yeah.
Okay. What they? Oh, wait, that's interesting is that Tree has not been doing support like Enchanter supports until tonight, and then we see Melio, and then we see Lulu this game.
Phoenix
That
hasn't
Talia's
swapped
sticking
that
on
Talia.
Phoenix
Yeah.
plays.
Wait a second.
Mr. Tuesday does have the Jinx.
This is
Talia's
very.
a tough champion, dude. Like, and everything was open or near. I guess Vel'Koz was open for him.
He also does have one normal game of Talia in 4 days ago. Oh wait, no, sorry, 2 games of Talia. So it
Okay.
is likely Phoenix.
It's likely
plays that.
actually. Wow.
I'll
okay.
stand corrected here. Because he did okay in those games. It could be. I will say, if we're locking in Blitzcrank, I'm glad we're playing Mr. Tuesday DC and not Phoenix plays.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
agree. That you don't pick Blitzcrank to not win lane.
As the one thing I will say about Blitzcrank into the Lulu Zeri is at least his ult destroys the Lulu shield and the Seraphine shield. So, if Dolphy
Oh,
knows
I
that.
always forget that about Blitzcrank ult, that it's
Yeah.
a shield destroyer.
it's really good in the set.
Yeah.
Normally
Oh,
it's
wow.
not that big of a deal, but it could be if it could be a key thing. It's a real rare interaction you see from Blitzcrank, because most times when you see Blitzcrank, they're just
Why
like
did they add
picking
that?
people off.
Because that was not
Yep.
always the case.
Yeah, what
A
is
long
what
time
is the
ago.
actual
Okay.
definition of that move? Or what does it actually do?
Blitzcrank ult.
Yeah.
It
So-
destroys shields. It does damage in the area and silences for half a second.
I don't remember when it's destroyed shields, but it was a very long time ago. That's
yeah,
what I know.
the destroy shields was added on like some point afterwards.
Funny enough, it's just kind of rare to see it actually matter, just because if Blitzcrank's ahead, that doesn't matter at all. You're just using it to one-shot someone.
Yeah, I was saying the thing is that you also forget is the Blitzcrank ult just does a shitload of damage. Like the base damage is like almost 300.
Yeah,
Yep.
275, 400, 525. Looking it up right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was something stupid high. It has a 1-to-1 AP ratio because Silas needs that thing.
Something else to know, we do see Cax on Belveth. We haven't talked about that much. He's had off and on success, I would say, on the Belveth. It's felt like sometimes he gets ahead and just doesn't really know what to do with his lead. Doesn't pressure enough. But he has gotten ahead on it. Well,
Yeah,
maybe he can get in a decent position.
I specifically remember a game against myself. We played earlier in the season where I got the Briar and he got the Belveth, and he looked very clean, at least in that one game that I was playing against him.
We'll have to see if they can keep that forward. As this is definitely one thing I'll say, except for Jinx, this is not a late game team. This is just mainly early to mid game. They want to snowball. They want to get ahead and they want to pressure you. That Blitzcrank and the Talia roaming around, it could be a threat and a menace.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential roam pressure here from them.
Then you look at Red side, they have Ghost Darius, they have the Lulu Zeri, they have the Seraphine. It's all just this in your face. They want to team fight, and if they just let them, it's gonna look tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Man, I'm really curious to see how this one's gonna go.
Okay.
I really wish I got to see how like the rest of the last game developed, because I could really could help change my opinion on how the storyline of this game could go.
True. The one thing I'll say is if you're playing Blitzcrank and you're not invading, are you playing Blitzcrank? So I'm curious to see if he's even going to do it, but it looks like he's doing the LCS thing of just walking to bot lane, putting the ward down, and recalling and getting his red trinket. As
Yeah.
Red side very well aware that Blitzcrank likes to invade and is grouping up a little bit.
Yeah. See, what I like doing is what I like to see what Blitzcranks do is they know you play level 2, right? Level 1, because level 1's you go up and you hook something. I like the Blitzcranks that do level 2 shit where you intentionally have your team come around to here. You come somewhere like South of Dragon Pit, and you just blind hook over where people might be 4 stacking or 5 stacking, right? Don't even face check them, just throw the hook there, and if people are trying to wait for you there, you just pull them into your team and murder them. Or the ones where you grief the enemy jungler. So it's okay, hey, now I waited till a minute 25, then you run up and you wait for the jungler, and then you hook it over the wall.
Yes, that's the one I think I hate the worst.
You wait for you wait for the bot lane to leash, and you're okay, cool, they leashed. And you're yeah, okay, it's probably about 136, 137. You hook that thing over the wall right before the jungler smites it, and then it resets. And they're so sad.
Yeah, that adds another 10, 15 seconds to your clear is what it feels
yeah,
like.
it does. I mean, because if it full resets, it does take 10 seconds to clear those camps.
It is surprising there aren't more Blitzcranks in the SBL doing that, but
honestly, Blitzcrank has not been a very high, historically not a prevalent SBL champion actually.
Yeah. I find it maybe in the past couple of seasons people have been playing it a tiny bit more, but as we see the level 2 coming out and Dolphin not wanting to throw out the hook, maybe a little bit nervous. Oh wait, no, he already
it was
missed
down.
It's on
Yeah,
cooldown.
once it was down, that's when they made for their play.
I see. That makes a lot more sense. I didn't see it. But all I was saying was I think Blitzcrank, it's obviously a very good pick against worse players, so I'm someone who's abused it a little bit. I think it's very, very solid until you don't get ahead, and then it's just terrible because all SBL teams do is just group up and make life horrible.
You say that, but that has not been the meta this year at all for the mass grouping.
True.
We see first gang SPL bad boy. Yeah, gonna thumbs up. Expertly maneuver this is now. Director camera spoiling me that Cax is very safe, even though I thought there was a bit of excitement there with 30 and Dan on the chase.
I do see the ghost.
Ooh, that's a big point. No TP. Thunder taking TP this time. He did not take TP on the Qued the last game, but no TP. Did he play Qued? But no TP from the bad boy.
Yeah, and he's got the bad boy put in actually a pretty good awkward spot right here in top lane. Bad boy really can't take any of the CS underneath the tower if Cax would decide to come up and gank.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean he's doing with the best of him is Thunder taking a lot of damage here. We're going to get the mount up. Flash coming out from Bad Boy. Going to get inside of range, and he comes down to so close, and first blood over to Thunder.
Yeah, and Thunder showing why he plays Clay.
Yeah, a huge show up. It looked so good for Bad Boy there, but the last second mount up on the Clyde going to turn the tides.
Clearly knowing the matchup a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, this is his champ, right? Like, he has. When he first came to the league, we're like, hey man, this guy's a Kled one trick. Obviously, he's branched out quite a bit and has a champion pool now, but like, he still does play Kled and a lot of it.
That's exactly what you're gonna need to see him doing, is just keep snowballing, keep getting ahead, making SBL Bad Boy hopefully as useless as he can be, and impacting the map really. Like I said, they're wanting to snowball, and this is a good first step.
Yeah, a big thing that I think we'll notice is that, so that in week 6 when he played the Clyde, he didn't have TP. And it made it really hard that even though he did, like, even when he did get kind of larger on the Clyde, that he just wasn't able to really play the map how he wanted to. And so I'm hoping that we will see that change here, like, where he's able to use the TP for proactive plays. Or just to be able to create, like, a lot of side lane pressure. But once again, we see Exodus coming up, and we see this time, though, a wise trade for the Wormbound Crusaders, as we're going to go ahead and trade Dragon for Grubs, but Respect's going to make sure to do quite a bit of damage here to Mr. Judas, of course. Dodge the hook, flash knockout coming from Dolphy, Ignite coming through as well, but looks like we're just going to kind of walk this one out, as now Phoenix Blaze having to hang out with Tree and Renai here in the mid lane. 30 doing a little counter invade. As hopefully this Dragon's going to go down soon. It's getting low. Oh my god, Cax is not able to get it. Respect bought enough time.
Yeah, Cax is sitting there without any items.
Oh my god. But Bad Boy...
A zero...
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
A 0-item jungle objective for most junglers, pretty rough. Velvet especially. She's really got to build up her stacks or get items, one of the two.
Yeah, so not having the Jinx there to put extra autos on it really made the difference.
Yeah, and then Respect able to really put on pressure onto Mr. Tuesday, not able to walk over. And Dolphy, what was huge is he missed the hook and then flashed on him to try to pressure him. But Mr. Tuesday was a little bit worried about walking in to finish the kill, so they just lose both sums on the Blitzcrank and don't get anything for it. Not to mention 30 doing a very good deal on the Wolves I saw during that whole thing, so getting even farther ahead.
Yeah, as we now see, we see everyone on the Wormbound resetting up for this Dragon, but we'll see if they can get it fast enough. TP coming in from Renai. Dragon started here. 30 finishing at blue. Bot lane not here quite yet, but Respect not far up from the fray. Tree shortly behind.
Cax really needs this Dragon. He is so far behind in jungle CS right now.
Oh, Phoenix Blaze is getting Seraphine ult for the Encore. Cax now going to find himself in danger. Going to have to dash, flash out of safety. Fortunately, skill shots are autos here. I don't know if you wanted that hook. Dolphy pulls Respect in as a gap closer here. Now Mr. Tuesday finds himself in trouble. 30 flash stuns. Mr. Tuesday now ghosting out to safety. Dolphy here going to be buying some time. And whew,
whole lot of flashes, no kills.
Yeah. Lots of summoners burnt. Lots of people dancing on a knife's edge.
I will say, flashes burned is a big win for the blue side, as now Respect no summoners should be a lot more vulnerable for the Blitzcrank with that Glacial Augment, with that Hex Flash. I want to see him be aggressive.
Talia's also 6. Talia wall is huge if you don't have Flash. A little less so against Zeri, because Zeri can do the stupid wall ride thing over it. But if you know the dash is down on cooldown, you know, the wall is a very strong CC. And you can just also kind of bait it, where you do the wall. If you do the wall first, then you throw the Talia E under. But once again, we see this top lane duel coming out this time, but Thunder looks like, wow.
He was able to dodge the pull-in with the dismount.
That is crazy.
That was, if that was intentional, that was hella slick.
I think those steel caps are kind of doing work for Bad Boy this time, as he actually has resistances. It's kind of crazy what it does in the 1v1.
Yep.
But-
Oh, Wall coming into lane gank here. Brunei finds himself in danger. Flashes out. Pole going to knock him back into Cax here. Cax doing a lot of damage. Coming through, and a big boulder going to make sure the Jinx Rocket goes wide as it was trying to make sure there was no escape here. And 2-0 for the Crusaders.
Still in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do not hate the gank. I will say I would much rather be putting pressure onto Respect, but
Yep.
maybe
Oh, here's the
Dolphy will
ghost
do it
here.
himself.
No flash for the hook, and he catches it. Naka coming through, but now Respect looking to turn, doing a lot of damage here. Tuesday getting low. Is it? Oh my goodness, but it's not enough. The hook does the job. And we now have unanswered kills in all 3 lanes for the Crusaders.
It looked a little scary, but in the end, the hook landing is so freaking huge.
Oh yeah, he predicted it too. If you saw, like, the dash comes through. Oh, Phoenix Plays gonna have to flash this one to safety. Seraphine all gonna chain through 30 here, gonna make sure that the Volibear alt lands as well, and 30 answering back for his team. Ping's going down. They know that Cax is on the grubs. And once again, okay, he did secure 1. So he will not be enough to keep them from getting grublings, but we will see 5 grubs presumably go over here to the BDE.
And also that one gives Velvet her good version of her ult. Gets it up to the 180 seconds and gets to spawn her void lanes if she's in lane.
How long does that last?
100. I believe it's 180 seconds.
Oh, okay.
if
So it's the good alt lasts 180 seconds. Okay.
right.
Yeah. So that's actually really relevant that he got that then.
Yeah. Versus every other one is 60 seconds.
Yeah. As now we see gank coming through here, chains coming through, knock up landing, SBL Bad Boy. Just not in. He's a bad boy, but there are 2 bad men there.
Good gank from Cax.
Yeah, really clean.
Searching him out.
Yeah. Wait, what the heck? Respect comes
Wait.
from behind.
Respect
Jinx
must
gonna
have
go
been
ahead and get
waiting
the
for
snare here.
us.
Gonna make sure to get some lockup. Dolphy coming in with less of the knockup here. Respect doing a lot of damage though. Mr. Tuesday forced to disengage. Gonna get the zap to slow down. Trying to keep Zolfi safe. Zolfi's gonna have to flash to safety as well. What the hell? I missed that on my minimap. That was some Metal Gear Solid shit.
Just sitting in the bush
Yeah.
saying we will at least force summoners, and they did indeed. As Dolphy and Tuesday may be looking for a little bit of some sneaky stuff themselves, but I think John's probably gonna hopefully respect it.
Yeah, I'm sure he's. Yeah, you can tell how he's playing here. He wants to get the rest of this wave, and he's out. Yep.
One thing I'll say about anyone who ever runs Hex Flash, I can't tell what Dolphy's secondary runes is, but if he's able to get that speed with it. Also, what is Bad Boy doing down here this early?
He's dragon. So Dragon's up in 7 seconds. He's here ready for it.
Okay.
Helps get the clear. We see the TP from Phoenix Place to try and secure this. Honestly, I think you just give this. They're all set up for you. Thunder's on the
Yeah,
top
you give
tower.
Thunder
Yeah,
doesn't
you
have
gotta collect
ult.
the top
Yeah,
lane. Why-
yeah.
why
Oh my
would
god,
you
he's
ever
getting
go
plates.
for this.
Yeah, you don't contest this. SBL Bad Boy, like there's no TP available for the enemy team, so you. Oh,
That's a lot of damage.
that is a lot of damage.
Pretty close. Trying to do his best Savo impression, but
Yep.
man, 4 plates for Thunder means that he is a
Dude,
very
He's got a
scary
lot of
blood.
gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got 2.7k lead right now.
1.7, but a flash pull gonna make the flash come out for Thunder, but now Darius is ghosting for this, and it's gonna force a chase from Thunder. Honestly, I'm surprised that we didn't see the turnaround here, but now a lot of CC going on. Extra gonna flash to safety. Respect, meanwhile, going onto the back line here. Cass gonna go ahead and get the engage. Kill going over Respect. Now Seraphine's TPing in. Mr. Cheese getting very low, gonna have a beautiful flash to safety. Seraphine all gonna find 2 though. Extra Tree gonna follow up with a CC here. Dolphy getting very low. Gonna go down. 30 going ahead, getting his 2nd kill of the game.
Good TP out of Blab to really salvage that play.
Yeah,
At least
Talia
get
though here
one
looking
back.
for the flank here. Alt is available. Weaver's Wall could lock and tree. They know he does not have flash. Will the trigger be pulled? No.
Oh, they A little bit too worried about where Blab went, as it doesn't look like they have enough vision. To guarantee that to be a safe play.
The thing is, yeah, I don't know. Man, but I say, but I definitely could. Oh, bad boy, no! Thunder gonna go ahead and get the dismount, keep alive, and he is on a killing spree. And this time, we're seeing why he's been jokingly called the Clyde One Trick, as first turret, half his team's kills, the entire gold lead on him.
Yeah, as realistically, the whole game isn't on just his shoulders, but right now, if I'm Thunder, that's what I'm feeling.
I mean, he's having a great game.
How his pressure goes.
Yeah, I mean, he has generated a massive lead for his team already at this point, and so now it's going to be to see how he can go ahead and make this play around here. As we see now, 5 members of team. Never mind, Respect going ahead. Got to match the bot lane. We'll go ahead and see a 4v4 here for the Herald potentially, as run it into the jungle. Weaver's Wall going to cut off Tree, though. That's not enough. Phoenix Blade is going to find himself getting CC, getting pulled, goes down. 30's on a killing spree.
I like the idea, but why go in? You're not a tank. You just...
Yeah, I was kind of wondering this, and I wanted to make that comment on the bot lane, but there was more stuff going on when he could have had a really low commitment ult to wall Tree off. Like, he didn't have to ride it in, right? You just throw the wall off, it lasts long enough that you just run into lane and see if you guys can catch Tree being low. It's a nice hook's going to land on the Rise Circulation. The Charm's going to go through, but it's not going to be enough to save him. His Formway Thunder going ahead and showing that he is still the Thunder cunt.
Oh, but he's slow now. Bad Boy might be able to catch him if they want. A little scared.
Yeah, a little scared. I mean, that is a big Kled.
He probably could remount pretty quickly as his dismounted health is full at least.
Yeah.
Everyone's just kind of trying to posture for vision, it looks like.
Yeah, we got Dragon coming up in a minute and a half. So this crab will actually time out, interestingly. They actually probably want to wait for... Oh god. My clients...
Yeah,
the jitter started and my brain just like, no. Oh my god.
Can't happen like this.
Dude.
Into the 16-minute... Ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
Oh.
Lots of damage. Mr. Tuesday is starting to be able to win the 1v1 here against this area is very big. As he's got a, yeah, he does have his status shifts complete. Respect still not quite.
Yeah, if those traps had landed, that was a very dead Respect.
Yes.
That was very close.
Yeah, we see Cax working on clearing out vision here. Getting everything set up for this dragon.
Especially when you see the Zeri back, you get the free tower.
Yep.
You get whatever you want. You should be, in theory, going in and getting vision on their blue side. But it doesn't look like Dolphy has any wards. So maybe can't do that. Maybe you can get one ward or just back.
Yeah.
Just reset. That's fine too.
Yeah. You should be, if you reset right now, you'll be able to make it back in time for the dragon, more or less.
But you're walking into them.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the one downside. Yeah, like it's a little awk.
I tell this to the team a lot. I tell this, it's so important to be to the objectives first, or at least earlier, especially a lot into these teams, especially as the pick team with Blitzcrank.
Yeah,
and
but
I think Red Side doing a smart thing here.
Red Side doing a great thing here. This Herald's gonna make sure that they go ahead. This tower's going down, and they might honestly get a second charge here, depending on how this goes. But meanwhile, we see the Crusaders going ahead saying, "Ignore the worm. We got a Drake." Hook gonna go a little wide. Thunder gonna go ahead and clean up that Herald in the mid lane. All in all, pretty decent trade for both sides, honestly. I feel like neither team is upset with how that went.
Oh,
Jesus,
man.
fuck, dude.
That
This
is
client,
scary.
this client is living me on. Oh, I'm not gonna live to 40 now because of this stupid client. And SBL Bad Boy, never mind, is gonna live to see another day. Flash Ghost
how
out.
long he
Flash
holds
and
everything.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and just barely missed the Jinx rocket.
Oh.
Oh, and it's a little trash talk. Nice shot, Blab.
At his own team, I
What?
think. It's like trash talk to Mr. Tuesday and Blab at the same
Yeah.
time.
Wait. Hold on. This is the advanced trash talk. Is now Thunder finds himself in a lot of danger. Tree gonna flash to deny the blast cone. Oh my goodness, but now Thunder's just gonna go ahead and flash his way out, but no, it doesn't matter. They're all chasing over. Multiple people come, and Thunder's trying to find his way to safety, but he's not gonna be able to. Shutdown goes on to Respect. That is exactly where you want to see that gold go, and now the BDE's looking for more. Cax gonna have to flash. Hook's gonna land on a 30, pulls him to the tower. Oh my god, 30 goes down. Cax gets the shutdown. Respect's getting down. So much damage coming out from Mr. Tuesday. But at the end of the day, it's just a 1-for-1 trade. No, 2-for-1 trade.
Yeah, it's pretty decent for the Wormbound Crusaders, I would say, because I was looking at the flashes during that, and Phoenix has been pushing this. I didn't even mention that he's been pushing this the entire time. He probably could have got the tower.
He could have got. I think if he got the tower, it was worth it for them.
Oh, now he's going back. He's like, oh, maybe I can get it now.
Yeah, a little indecision here.
Yeah, but that's okay.
The shutdown going on to
like
Respect is really
flashes,
big.
Though. It was like 4 flashes and a Respect Ghost just to use just for that 1 kill.
Yeah.
Even if it's a shutdown, assumedly, you'd hope that Dolphy with his splash, Phoenix is gonna have his ult. They should be able to catch someone in the next fight.
Yeah, I mean, so it really does just come down to then whether or not they capitalize on those cooldowns, if it's worth it for them or not.
Mm-hmm.
Renai, I'm sorry, will be the only member with a flash up likely for this next fight.
Interesting. So Blab's going for the CC heavy Seraphine build. Oh, flash hook coming through. Cal, you called it. But oh my god,
the tower shot.
Oh, what?
that
He
killed.
gets another shutdown?
That is so painful as
Oh my god, I cannot believe that killed.
the tower shots hit. Were hitting Dolphy at first. I think it hit him like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, so it was powered up.
Yep, hit Tuesday for like 3/4 of his health real quick, and he just did not expect that much damage. That is an unfortunate
That
thing.
is so unfortunate.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, Respect's well ahead of Mr. Tuesday.
900 gold lead there, gets that Runan's gonna be dishing out massive damage. Not to mention I was putting up so much hype about this flash being gone, it didn't matter. It baited them.
It turns
it
out
was all good.
it was so good. It turns out for them.
Yep.
That is a heartbreaker.
Yep.
That is.
It's a real momentum swing
It
too.
is.
We're gonna need to see. Realistically, we need to see Thunder start doing some stuff. We can't just see the team being allowed to group up like this. And we need to see
Yeah.
Thunder using his pressure to take a side lane turret.
Yeah, because the thing is that first turret's gone down, but there hasn't been any. I mean, he went unanswered 4-0 in lane, right? And then there hasn't been anything back since then. As I say, though, he's looking for more. Ghost coming out from Bad Boy.
But he just leaves him alone. Well, you can at least pressure him. Just because you got the ghost doesn't mean you can't touch him. I think that's a little bit of a mistake from Thunder.
Yeah. 30 seconds on the dragon. We see Bad Boy soaking the wave here. TP is up for Thunder. We could see a 5v4 scenario here.
I think if I were Wormbound Crusaders in this situation, I would give this dragon.
Really? You
It
think
just-
so? They're not
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, but you have the major risk of running into the Renai ult, which is
Yeah.
what won them the game against.
Now this is a play I like way more.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what I
Okay.
would
Give
do.
the
Take
dragon.
the dragon.
We
Yeah.
acquire Barrett. Trade offer, as you will.
Yep.
As it's even if they've sussed it out. Yep. There comes the blue trinket, but it is far too late.
That was a really nice shot call. That's
Yeah.
something that we've been missing from this team all season long, shot calling, and what a huge one in this
Because
one.
that right there that is not a shot call that you can go ahead like. At the point they made this, that's not something you can like be like, yeah, what do you guys think about this? Let's do this. And then no, that's something you have to be like, Baron, now, 10 seconds, your ass there. Like,
Yeah, really good play as they really a huge thing right now for the red side is their midfield. Their mid lane turret still stands, and with this Baron, if it goes down, that's gonna affect the entire map. This pick comp with Blitzcrank should be a lot scarier.
Yeah, no, Blitz thrives on being able to build these pockets where there's a loss of vision and finding hooks there. And having that tower goes down lets him find. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a
it.
lapse of vision there. That was just a good catch here as Dolphy finds 30 here. And Blitzcrank doing what Blitzcrank does best.
Yeah, 30's like, well, if they hook me, it's fine, right, guys? And then he just gets one shot as there's 4 people there, and
Oh my god.
it's a little surprising as Tree, no sums left for him.
Yeah, Tree making it out. Not much health. He had like barely any. Yeah, 90 health after a couple seconds of regen. Oh. As we see another Baron wave here. Pressure mounting.
They did take a couple of tower shots in there.
Yeah.
He's actually got to be real
They're actually
careful.
taking a lot of damage here. They have to.
This is a moment
I
where you're getting a little scared if you're...
Back and reset here.
Yeah.
I think they still have some time on Baron.
Yeah, they should be able to reset. Maybe look for a 1-3-1 play. They had the double teleport. That is a one weakness of, even though you have Phoenix plays with the teleport, I think that him as a player is much more likely to group up rather than going for the hard split push like he probably could be doing right this game.
Yeah, as he's gonna find himself taking a good chunk of damage from Renai here. As he finds himself in a ton of danger. If he doesn't
no.
weave his wall out, he's dead.
Now. Oh, it's too late.
No, but he's gonna do some damage to Renai, but he finds himself here toast. But the thing is, he's actually buying time. There's 4 members in the bot lane, and there's 4 members in the mid with Baron.
And these are Baroned up Velvet minions.
Yeah, that's an Hib Tower. Easy. Oh no!
If they wanted it, but they,
They
didn't
don't
take
want it.
Instead,
Instead.
there's a tasty bad boy who is apparently more enticing than an inhibitor turret.
Yep.
I guess.
But
they did get something out of it.
I mean, the inhibitor tower almost went down just from minions. It's at 200 health. Oh my god, it's still going down.
I mean, this tower will be.
Oh,
done,
30
guys.
with the flash
30
engaged, doing a
flash.
lot on Tuesday. Tuesday gonna flash out the safety here. His 30's going down very low. Respect on the flank, gonna go ahead and look for the assassination on Mr. Tuesday, and he's gonna find it. Dolphy down for 2. Respect is absolutely massive here. He's kiting them out. Thunder's very low. It's looking like a quadra kill potentially. Respect is, oh my god, Cax barely able to not pick it up. Triple kill for Respect here. Thunder gonna find himself in a bit of danger. He gets a lot of damage onto Renai. Flash out to safety though, and this is gonna be one more going down.
Yeah,
That is a very big Zeri.
That was pretty unacceptable from Thunder and from Cax in that fight, as Respect was literally jumping in on their ADC. They were just like walking forwards, not paying attention. That's got to be the #1 thing when you're playing this game. Where is Respect? Where is he going? And you cannot let him just run in on the backline like that.
Yeah, absolutely just assassinated. A huge play out of Respect there.
And it is really tough on this team when you're against Zeri, especially like when you're in the skill level, I think, of a lot of these players. Not to say that they're bad, but like the reflexes may not be 100%, and catching Zeri is tough without point-click CC.
Yep. Oh man, Bad Boy finds himself in a bit of danger. The team's coming to back up, but he might go down before backup arrives, and I am wrong. SBL Bad Boy flashed out the safety. Now Dolphy finding himself getting out of safety. Thunder's looking in TP, looking for more. Good knockout, gonna buy some time for the Xmas tree, but down goes the Xmas tree. Thunder's looking for more, as this could be a total rout for BDE. Cax taking the Hex Gate over. They find the zap onto Renai. The knockup lands as well. Renai getting low. Zeri alt pops, looking for the kite. Another zap coming through. Renai alt. NT is so low here. He's got to be very careful. As Respect is doing a phenomenal job kiting us out. As Cax looking to go down, finds the knockup on a 30, but not Respect. And they find themselves chasing too much.
My eyes watching as the Wormbound is just all these melee characters just slowly running into Zeri. It's so painful as they do not know when to stop, and they just, their eyes were burning red, and now their eyes are burning gray, as that's all they get to see.
Yeah, what's really unfortunate is like Dragon was up. They could have turned, right? Like they could have just turned around and gotten Dragon.
They still could have turned afterwards too.
Yeah.
Like they had enough health there to get Dragon, as As
Yeah,
BDE was
and
all
I
that game.
wonder if there's a bit of fear. Like they've seen like the Zeri clean up that fight in the top lane after like the assassination attempt, and they're like afraid to do it again. But now they go ahead, burning this dragon super quickly. But it's not gonna be. Dolphy finds a nice hook on a tree, but no follow up here. Now 30's running into the thick of it. We have SBL Bad Boy coming on the back lines. There is no Cax though. Good spacing from Mr. Tuesday, gonna make sure that he gets out of safety, but SBL Bad Boy picks up one. Phoenix Blade is going down. A huge Renial is gonna find Mr. Tuesday. Down he goes. Thunder looking low here. SBL Bad Boy gonna find another. Never mind, those are Resquex kills. Who am I kidding?
You want to tell me where Cax was this fight? Was
he
he dead?
He was respawning and running back.
Okay,
Yeah, they took that 4v5.
I understand. I think that is definitely a shot call moment where once again people need to learn that you can run away, you can back up. You don't have to take the fight.
We see pings going down for Baron. A little hesitant because 30 was not up, but the pings are going. They have started this Baron here. This is a dangerous game
down.
here.
Cax has 4 dashes, 5
Yeah.
dashes if he hits a if he hits his
Yeah, and he
W.
has the blast cone here. There's gonna be a lot of pressure to find. The thing is, he doesn't know what health it's at. 30 gonna come and take the blast cone, and a Jinx rocket gonna maybe find Bad Boy.
Ooh, we'll take one.
I think if they play their cards right, they stop these backs too.
I don't know about
don't think
that.
they'll be able
They
to.
don't
The
have any.
recalls are all
That
too
seems like
fast.
that seems like a way to just get caught chasing and die.
But the Baron ending up hatching, even for SBL Bad Boy, they'll still take that. As this team wants to be able to scale, they want to be able to keep going for those late game fights. As the Zeri once again looking terrifying, has those 5 items right now. To Mr. Tuesday's just 3, well, 4 items to 3. So it's looking tough if you can't get ACC on this Zeri.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it all comes down to, right? You have to get this Zeri.
And what are you like outside of Blitzcrank Hook randomly pulling her? I mean, it's a hard task to get her. Like the rope from Kled, the slow W from Velvet, like maybe catch her in some dashing in the rocks. Like these are tough spells to hit on Zeri.
Yeah. I mean, the rocks are super effective against Zeri, actually, though, is the thing.
Yeah, I
Like,
if you can
yeah.
get back there though, but these rocks are always in melee range.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be very careful. We're definitely feeling it this game. Putting up a high-profile game. As we see... Oh, man. This game is just so tense. Like, this game is so even, though.
A very close game. Only 1.5k gold lead for the blue side, but if I'm watching them, it does not feel like it
Oh, a
has
big
good
hook on the
pull,
Exodus
though.
tree, but the thing is, it's a 3v4 right now, and down goes Dolphy. Mr. Tuesday going down, Resquex finding more, and another one potentially. Oh, he's ghosting in. That's going to be a third one here.
This might just be
Triple
game
kill, and
at
that is,
point.
this is Baron. I mean, this is probably, like, there's a lot of pressure here. They can end.
Yeah, it's looking tough as Phoenix gonna have to try to clear out this wave.
Yeah. It's, oh my god, these towers are just like made of paper mache. Thunder's looking to try and see if he can find something, but he just finds himself getting locked up as Zeri and Dan going through, forcing them off. Down goes the Nexus, and BDE goes on to a 2-0 lead.
Oh wow.
Yep, the Blitzcrank hook's a lot worse when their entire team is just right there too. Even getting the squishy Lulu not able to one-shot him and throwing a ton of resources into him means that Resqueck just gets to annihilate everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely absurd. Yeah, and just a really, really solid game out of the bot lane of BDE there.
Yeah, just tough all in all, but we do see signs of life. It's not like they were losing. I mean, Thunder had a lead he
That's
just
been the story of this team
yeah
all season, though.
yeah
There's so much. There is life there. This team could have been #1 team or #2 team easily. Like, it's just, we all want it. We all see them do well, and it's just, oh, it's just, uh,
those those two
it's hard.
fights really where they just keep running forwards, where they don't have the patience really to just say, okay, we got what we wanted, let's get out. There's no reason to keep fighting and giving more gold. Like, someone's got to be the voice and someone's got to say, leave, back off.
Yeah. Oh, so much blood in their eyes. And then also, oh man, there is watching that game. There was so many points, and I was thinking for like an MVP. I was like, man, Dolphy was landing so many good hooks, but then like, oh man, there were so many also though that looked so close to good, right? Like they looked good, and then just something terrible happened from it. Like the Jinx one, the Jinx kill on the Zeri. Sorry, the Zeri
Yeah.
killed Jinx, right? Where the Jinx took 2 tower shots.
Hmm.
Just absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, but they still can reverse
Yeah.
sweep this. It's not over. You have
Oh,
to
It's not over.
when you play this game as
Oh
much as you
man,
do, it's a
we're in
BO5.
for a ride if this is a reverse sweep. If
yeah,
we get spectator delay issues
Oh yeah.
for an hour and a half,
yeah.
followed by reverse sweep,
Oh
we
man,
are.
I'm
Bring
in
your
for it.
Wormbound Crusaders copy pastas. They
Yep.
need all the energy
Yeah, lend them
you
your
can
energy,
give them.
Twitch chat, as we're gonna go ahead and cut the mics here for a minute. Uh, so go ahead, refresh ourselves before we get into Game 3. Potential match point. If not, reverse sweep, baby. Live right now.
Perfect.
Alright, everyone, we are live. We're back. We got a little send it here. So, back into game 3. Hal has bowed out of the booth. He has been traumatized by players' builds and is taking a breather to remember the Wormbound after game 2. And we now have everybody's favorite LCAD
What up?
joining us in the caster booth. Wang and I still sitting tight, and
I must not
nothing new so far on the bans.
Yeah, I really want to see something different out of Wormbound Crusaders here and not just rely on the. At least the
Game's
Kled
changed.
ban, Dan doesn't want.
We are going to get to
face
see.
the Kled again.
Yeah, yep. We get to either see Asol now or Zach for Wormbound.
You think? I wonder if we're going to see the Nocturne ban here again. At least they listened to you and didn't ban Nocturne first, the very first ban of the game.
I love
last
Dan
time.
going, I don't know what he does.
Oh,
Wait, what?
the Zach
Hold up.
ban.
Zach, why would you do that?
Maybe they have. Maybe they're trying to bait 30 into
Are
taking
they-
Nocturne.
Are they
Or
playing? No, they
maybe-
want to play
oh,
Nocturne.
they're
Yep.
gonna play
Nocturne.
Jax is gonna play Nocturne. All right.
Yep. I was about to say, I'm like, the other thing is that they want Nocturne, which is crazy because they banned it first the last game. But yeah, there we go. That's fair,
Maybe,
Dan.
maybe
I don't
this
know what
is the
crazy.
change you were looking for, Tim.
This is a change. Draft has gotten mixed up. Nocturne, 100% win rate in SBL this season.
100% ban rate as well too.
I mean, he's gotten through twice.
Or yeah, sorry.
BDE is
100%
the
ban
only
rate.
team.
Wait.
BDE
Might
is
be.
the only team that has had a chance to play Nocturne, and
And
they won
now we
both
get-
their games.
Now they get to face it.
And now they let it through.
30 feeling real comfortable on
The
continuing to
Volibear.
go for the Volibear.
Yep. That has been his default jungle for quite a bit now. We see the Zeri again.
All right,
It
so
looked good for him last time.
if I am Wormbound Crusaders, I am picking something with hard CC for Zeri. Like you need a point click somewhere.
It doesn't have to be a point quick, but you need something reliable for sure.
Right.
Yeah, just relying on the Blitzcrank hook last time was really
Yeah.
not super impactful. See the Valkos picked up.
I would
could
like
be-
to see the Nod again.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think like Nod's like a great pick against it. You can't outrun Depth Charge.
True. No matter how hard you try.
Interesting. So now we get to this interesting situation. So they went the Vel'Koz again. We see a Lowy.
Ooh, Thunder on Alawi versus SBL Bad Boy on whatever. I mean, I think BDE is continuing their methodology of top die and just let
Yeah,
him-
dude, top die.
Let Dan
The thing
figure
is
it
that
out,
like,
maybe.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, I mean that is let him figure it out. Maybe, but like, he kind of does figure out. He bucks around in the top lane and creates a shitload of pressure, and then randomly TPs for a fight or runs in for a fight, and he still like gets stuff done.
He does
I
have
mean-
his impactful moments. I don't
Yeah.
think he's ever gonna win lane,
Yeah,
but
he has in other seasons. This season has not been a good season for Bad Boy laning, but like it's been a good year for Bad Boy and his team, obviously.
yeah, absolutely.
As we see the Lulu coming through again, they really liked that Lulu Zeri. And
And you need to put a respect ban on Mordekaiser when you're playing Alawi. You don't want that dragging you into Shadow Realm. That is,
yeah, it's a pretty
worst
rough
matchup.
counter. Yeah.
I'm on to you.
As we see a Twitch and Kaisa ban here. Getting a little spicy. Ah, man. So what's the 5th ban here? I want to see... I have a feeling they're thinking about Ahri. I want to see them ban something different, though.
Yeah, I don't know. What are you
Like,
most?
make
You
him
have the
show it.
Vel'Koz. What are you most afraid of from Blab here? It doesn't look like they have a good idea.
Okay, yeah,
Seraphine,
I was
all
saying,
right,
I'm like
Seraphine's a good
either hit
idea.
the Seraphine
Yeah.
or the Vex. Hit something that you've
Yep.
known and seen him play and have impact on. Like when you're down 2-0, I mean, yeah. If you got the Kled again, like if BDE decide to run it back again, then I could see them running back the same draft, right? Where you're like, okay, we just lost this game to execution because we like made some mistakes, right? But
Oh, Dan and the Nasus.
yeah, if the second you've gotten to a draft like this where it's different, I like the call of, hey, let's mix it up.
I think
Agreed.
Delphi needs to pick a support here that is gonna help him dive in with Nocturne a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, I think the Nocturne's a great pick here. Not the Nocturne, not the Nautilus, and that is not what I wanted to see.
That's not
Ooh,
good.
That's something. And the
Okay.
Diana.
Ooh.
Diana, I like a little bit.
So that's Tuesday mid Diana, support Hue, bot carry Vel'Koz.
Interesting. I mean, this has been where
I love
Crusaders
this.
for a lot of
Yeah,
the
this
season,
is
right?
perfect.
Just a wild kind of flexible setup across
Yeah,
the map.
Vex.
We see
Okay.
the Vex coming back. Nothing really new from Big Dirk Energy. A lot of picks we've already seen tonight. A lot of picks that kind of fit with the style of game that they like to play. I have no reason to believe that that BDE is in any amount upset with this draft.
No. But I have to say I am way happier with this draft from I'm glad Wormbound came in and they cooked. They cooked on this draft.
They did.
We got to see them doing some weird stuff.
Which they've won a game with this weird stuff.
They've won most of their wins have been with this weirder stuff.
Yeah.
I guess
What did they?
both.
They've
Oh,
3
both
wins
of
or
them.
2 wins.
Two.
2 wins. Okay.
2 wins on the season.
And one wasn't one of Mr. Tuesday on Asa?
Oh, that's true. Never mind. It was one. That's right. They only won one game with this, and the other one is Tuesday on Kaisa. That is correct. So we got a little bit to think here.
All right, so since I don't play mid lane, I mean I don't play at all, but I definitely don't play mid lane. What does Diana into Vex look like
Not great.
Better than you'd expect, actually.
for the Diana?
Yeah. You're gonna the thing here is that this is a lane that you can heavily punish the Vex if the Vex is overly aggressive. It's one of those lanes that isn't actually that bad for you, but doesn't feel good, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
the Diana's constantly under pressure, but the thing is that if the Vex makes a mistake and plays too aggressively, also with like a thing with the Nocturne, which is really easy to gank, is that you have a ton of gank setup on the Vex. The second the Vex doesn't have flash, Diana has an immense amount of kill pressure on it.
And wow, actually, I'm looking at Lolalytics on this right
Yeah.
now. She's got so Lolalytics 50% win rate is about 52%, and she's
Yeah.
got 54.75% win rate against Vex right now.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's like it's one of those yeah, it's one of those things that it doesn't feel good until you get the turnaround. Like you know, it's equal because you have this huge turnover. It doesn't feel good though because you're a melee and Vex is like fearing you and autoing you and just putting a ton of pressure on you, right?
Yeah, and Vex is traditionally in a lot of like the movement heavy matchups, like Vex gets bonuses if you are dashing.
Yeah, the thing is that Diana only is dashing when she's going in.
Yeah,
Is
unlike
that
a
the kind of
Yasuo
thing?
that's like dancing all around.
Yeah,
other
it's the
creeps.
ones that like want to dash to creeps or anything like that. Or more regularly, where like a lot of times, you know, you only see the Diana dash when it's time to engage.
So
And then
no, go ahead.
and then she also gets the shield on the comeback as well too.
Oh man.
If you guys had to put a focal point on Wormbound Crusaders, like if you had to identify based on this comp one player that needs to perform, who is it and why?
It has to be. It's one of two people, and it has to be either Diana, Mr. Tuesday on Diana, or Cax on Nocturne.
Yep. I mean that's really where you're relying on a lot of the
Yeah.
of the dive and a lot of the CC is the two of them in combination, right? And if you don't want a repeat of last game, you need the ability to get into that backline, get into the backline or shut
Because
respect
like
down early.
the thing is that like in order for Thunder, like Thunder is probably if I was Thunder, I would never want to be seen with this team. Because
I think that's what he's hoping for next season's draft.
Are we just plussing up all the way to the thing?
No, we're I'm at 20, 21, 22.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Are you good, Mitch?
One more.
Sorry.
I accidentally hit plus. What are you at again?
30, 31, 32. We can plus
35.
35. Okay. You're a little ahead.
Oh no. I was saying I was at 35 when I said it.
Oh, 42, 43, 44, 45.
Yeah, should be good.
46. Okay, excellent.
Yep,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay.
Think enough.
Yep. Okay, let's actually get us in here.
Level 1's
And I
pretty
realized
ass
that when
for
I was
both
trying to talk
teams.
about that, we did not have the stream transitioned because Lamau. So,
Nothing to
trying to
see
do
here,
too
folks.
much. I mean, nothing to see here. It's a classic fan out. Mitch giving me heart attacks here. Client getting
Hey,
heart attacks.
sometimes we plus, sometimes
we've been
we don't.
We've been very forgiving with the client today. We're not pushing it in any way more than we have to because game one it fucking blew up on our faces and
True.
It gave me like 2 heart attacks. So you know.
Yeah, I'd rather not have to deal with that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Now the question here is that if either Tuesday or Renai have played this matchup mid.
Really curious to see how this
like
plays
this is
out.
definitely something that like does matter from playing it. I actually haven't played it too much from the Vex side. I've played it from the Diana side a few times though. So.
Yeah, and Diana actually just got some buffs this patch. They were more jungle-focused buffs, but they do help her mid lane a very small amount.
A very small amount, yeah.
Bad Boy looks so uncomfortable in that matchup.
I mean, that's allowing. Like, it's one of those allowing things just happen. You land the tentacle, and it's like, all right, well, I guess I gotta play the mini game now.
True. Just kind of wait.
And this allowing Cled back to back are 2 just like straight up knowledge check champions.
Dude, yeah, they really are.
And he's somebody who, like, honestly doesn't play a ton of games outside of SBL, so like it's really tough to face these kind of champs.
And we can see that paying dividends already. Thunder's got the tentacles set up. He's SBL's at Bad Boy's at half health.
Yeah, 30's coming here.
Expected out of this.
Yeah, put the pressure on. Honestly, it's like health bar's rough, but like he's actually not in a bad state in terms of like CS. Assuming he's able to clean up this whole wave here, he'll be looking good.
30 showing to help make sure that it doesn't get denied as much as he can, but a lot of CC onto Respect. Tree shooting enough and back out to keep them off. It's just kind of even Stevens here.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this bot lane is going to go, because I'll tell you right now, something I don't have any experience with this, what a wave Vel'Koz bot lane looks like.
I mean, I assume it's the AP version of Jin Zera. Like, you just kind of, like, poke them out.
You get hit by one ability, and then they all fucking hit, and you just cry for a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know from talking to Respect that he hates these APers in bot lanes. Like, he very much feels like the mages, like, took her jobs and came down there and just did it better.
I can't help but think of that South Park episode.
Yeah. Ooh,
oh no. Actually getting a good free started.
Yeah, he's actually, I was say, might have to trim this actually a little bit. Oh my god, still looking for that. Meanwhile, also something to point out in the mid lane is Renai putting up quite a bit of pressure here on the early.
Good amount of pressure,
like
up a good bit of CS.
Yeah, not quite as much as the top, but like definitely building a real advantage here already. That's a 2-wave advantage.
It's definitely tough early for pretty much every single melee, especially until they get their ults. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll see this coming back, especially once Nocturne also has his ult.
Yeah, that's a big turning point. Also, we see 30 here coming with a counter gank here. Thunder not 6 yet. This could be a really big turnaround as we see a flash, but the stun's going to land. Thunder looking to be going down here. Ghost coming through. Health hanging in there. Oh my god. He's out.
Wow.
Oh man, that's so rough. 30's here. Wait, Tree's up here. Cax is getting... but oh, Dolphy's here this time too. Now we get a full-on Grubs fight. But Thunder's recalled. He's going to have to TP back into this.
Mid lane has level 6 advantage right now.
Yeah. Both at 6. Both at 6. We are seeing a weird dance here now. Thunder not 6 yet, but did get his buy off. Dan still looking at first item.
Hit 6.
Yep. Cax looking to dance for the Grubs. We're seeing a weird situation here as Smite goes down. 30 gets the first one. Thumbs up coming through. Vex ult does land. Here's the follow-up. Oh, but Xmas Tree getting caught by Mr. Tuesday, but does not able to flash a safety. He's going to find himself in the back of the pit. Mr. Tuesday picking up first blood. 2 crabs going over to the... Oh, yeah. 2 crabs going over to the Crusaders.
That is huge.
And they
for the
find
Diana.
themselves up on the top head. Yeah, absolutely.
It absolutely
Also,
massive.
Darkseal, he did Darkseal first back, got 2 stacks.
I'm pretty sure if I saw that fight right, Nocturne W'd the Vex ult, and that stopped Vex from
Oh
going
my
in.
god, that's huge. I saw the Vex ult land. I did not see that it got spell shielded though. That's really big.
Yeah, Tuesday easily making up the
Yeah.
making up the gold difference between the two of them from the laning phase.
SBL Bad Boy still not 6. Thunder
SBL
coming in with a huge punish.
SBL Bad Boy 15 CS to 50.
Oh, wow! I did not catch
Dude,
that.
I sympathize for him. He's getting fucking bullied by the degenerate champs of top. I was talking with Trey earlier today, and he brought this up, and he's like, "Yeah, man, if I played top, I would play all the degenerate champions. That lane is made for degenerates, so why would you not play the degenerate champions?"
Exactly.
He's gonna die. Is he gonna die there?
Nah, he's out. He's out.
Okay.
We'll see how much Thunder respects 30 in the jungle. 30 is sitting on the other side of the map, so...
No, yeah.
Yeah,
He's looking like he's
straight
cleaning
into
up
that tower.
plates right now. Yeah.
Developing into a pretty sizable gold advantage for One Brown Crusaders, sitting up over 1.5k. Kind of to be expected. I just don't know if we expected the gap to be that large in the top lane. 30 making his way down.
Nice stun.
The flash lands on him. Nocturno coming in. He's going to try and get him. 30 manages to kill Dolphy. Cax looks like he might go down here. Resquick standing in the ult. He doesn't give a shit. He's on to Phoenix Blaze. There's some damage going back to him. Misses the little bit of poke there, but ultimately they're gonna get the kill.
Renai's looking for the cleanup.
Is down here with the Vex. Is he gonna go in on Phoenix Blaze?
Oh, yeah.
They're so close, Resquex. Oh, he's not gonna get it.
What a flash.
Just barely.
Oh, Mr. Tuesday finds
Tree.
Tree.
Renai circulation trying to answer him. Polymorph back onto Mr. Tuesday from Tree. He's trying to walk away. Oh, the trying to kite him out, but the Diana with the range hits the tree.
That was a really sexy Q.
That was a really sexy Q. The fucking fadeaway flash over the wall for the long flash. That was...
Man, just showing you how good of a player Mr. Tuesday
Yeah.
is. He's just so insane. Oh man,
And really, we see come through exactly what you guys were talking about earlier with Tuesday stepping up to the plate, playing on this Diana, and being ready to be there and be, knock it down in lane. And really, those 2 kills going onto him are just huge for how this team wants to play the rest of their game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think the only awkward thing here is that, so with like Dragon Up right now, with where these fights are looking like, they are going to be very dependent on having ults available on bot half of the map. So they one of those things where if BDE decides to force a dragon, when Wormbound's off tempo on ults, they just get it. I'm pretty like, or it could be disastrous, right?
It could be another situation like we
Yeah.
saw last game where they just pick a fight that they had no business really staying in. Dolphy's been good with landing the CC from the Hue. It hasn't resulted in shutting Resquek down, but I know it's played a part in Tree dying the few times that he has.
Bad boy here with the talk to Thunder. Oh shit. We getting heated at the top. Heated at the top.
Taught you to aim, followed by
Yeah.
taught you to farm.
Oh man, as we start seeing the dance here, Cax getting low, gonna go ahead, get the smite here, grub over. That's 4 for the Crusaders. Oh, it's at 1. Oh, 30 picks it up with the buff, and oh my god, Mr. Tuesday finds 2 with the ult. SBL Bad Boy looking to see if he can find 1. He does get 1. The slow,
Oh
though,
my
gonna make
God.
sure that he does go down.
Honestly, I'm impressed he was able to get one in return there.
As Mr. Tuesday showing up when his team needed him most.
Absolutely, this Diana looking terrifying right now. It's just going to be the same story that we've seen out of Wormbound Crusaders the entire season. Are they going to be able to work with Tuesday and leverage his early positioning into actually doing something and not just letting
Yeah.
the game kind of stall out
Yeah,
at
I mean, the
26
big
minutes?
the big thing here is that this might be the largest lead. Oh, way alt's gonna go wide. That's gonna spell a lot of scariness here, but never mind. Velka's gonna make sure that. Oh my god, 30 gets very low off the turnaround. We see the TP coming in. Mr. Tuesday once more. He's gonna go ahead and get on a rampage. Wormbound Crusaders firing on all cylinders this game.
That was so clean. The instant, the just instant go when they had him kited. The fact that Dolphy bought Phoenix Blades enough time to set up for a well-positioned ult that forced 30 and Resquek off of him, just looking great. Their coordination around the bot lane, and then Thunder just handling business in the top.
Yeah, no, doing fantastic here. Oh my god. Bad Boy's down.
Yeah.
Such an awkward time. I think before Nasus died, what did we see? Like 160-ish on the stacks.
It is at
We'll have to take a look again.
Yeah, we.
I wasn't paying attention.
162.
I have no idea if that's good or bad, but I'm just gonna assume it's bad. with about 45 CS.
Actually, not like considering where he's at on the game, he's actually super fine. I think every single Q has gotten a stack. I think every single CS and that kill has been a stack actually, so it's
Wow.
not terrible.
I mean, if you're not going to get much CS, you might as well make it
Yeah.
count, you know?
Because I think the benchmark is like you want to have 500 by 20. Is like the one you're looking for, if I remember right.
Well, the Nasus players in the chat will have to tell us non-top laners.
The confirm.
All I know is once he gets to 700, it's scary.
Yeah, what's interesting here is, so like, I mean, we've seen a lot of map impact from Tuesday, but he's actually fallen behind even further on farm. So like, his lead is not over Renai's not quite as large as like the stat line would expect, because like Renai has built up a 30 CS lead in mid here.
It's definitely being equaled by the 70 plus CS
Yeah.
lead in top lane.
Yeah, I
currently.
mean, this is the biggest lead we've seen for Thunder, and this is the first time we've seen objective bounties all series.
Yeah, they're really kind of taking their time with this game. Only one Dragon going down to 14 minutes,
Yeah,
but 30 here.
I don't think they win
he's
this.
just gonna walk away.
I
No.
legitimately think Thunder could 2v1 them right now, which is just crazy. Oh, Renai with the engage, gonna get the
Maxwell.
fear onto it. Yeah, splash forward from Resquek. Tway all gonna miss, and that's gonna guarantee now that 1, probably 2 going over. Nice flash from Dolphy, gonna make sure that the carnage does not continue.
A great ult from Blab trying to buy some time and some pressure for their critical bot lane, and that kill going onto Resquek.
Yeah, I
Nice
mean,
play
we
by
saw
Blab.
last game. That's where you want the gold. That's Zeri.
Absolutely.
You get that Zeri carrying. And Zeri is, in fact, quite scary.
Scary Zeri.
Yup.
Scary Alawi.
Yeah, you know what's also scary is these goddamn tentacles. Look at this.
3 tentacles in that one spot. That's
Yeah.
actually like a really insane pull spot.
Yeah.
As an Alawi player, you typically in lane can only get like a 2 tentacle touch. That's pretty sick.
Oh, you know what's probably been statting his stats is that he's been getting Q stacks from Olawi tentacles as well.
Oh,
I didn't
that
think
is
about
fair.
that. Yeah.
231 at level 10 and 15 minutes and 30
Yeah, it's a little
seconds.
behind schedule. Oh, okay, I guess that's not happening because Direct to Camera says otherwise now, and it's looking at Squat's getting very low, but he's going to survive thanks to a Lulu all. And oh, never mind. Phoenix Blaze picks up that.
Wow.
Now Cax looking for the engage here, taking a lot of damage. Tentacle's going to land 30 very low, and oh, Mr. Tuesday's unstoppable.
Man, this
The
is
Tuesday
looking so good for
501.
Wormbound Crusaders.
5-0-1.
Fully
this
stacked
time.
Dark Seal.
Yeah, fully stacked Dark Seal. Oh man, that was so big that Phoenix Blaze also won the 2v1 in the bot lane. I just
And
absolutely
Phoenix
just not giving BDE any room to breathe this game as another turret follows.
There is basically nothing that's going right for BDE this game. They are getting demolished in the top lane. Their bot lane's not really taking off like they expected to. Mid lane has a CS lead, but that's about it.
Yeah, but in
They've
terms of
definitely-
map, yeah.
Yeah, no, map pressure, Wormbound Crusaders has it, and they've really been able to leverage that Diana pick combined, and the Nocturnals have been impactful, which is really what we wanted to see out of this slight mix-up in the draft from them.
Yeah, and I mean, this Alawi is just huge. It's, oh, here we go. The kitchen sink's coming up, but, oh, the whale will land. 30's getting low. 30's going to pop now. Mr. Tuesday's dominating as he sneaks in a TP there. Looks forward, gets a second one now as down goes SBL Bad Boy. Thunder getting very low. Thunder going down, but the shutdown's on the Lulu.
Kill Steal Kate's at it again!
You know, it's funny. We call him Kill Steal Caden during the game, but he's really good at sharing in real life.
Yeah. It's his alter ego on the Rift.
True.
As, oh man. Well, we're gonna see some big Lulu shields. There's a quick influx of cash on here. Oh, Vexel gonna land. Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god, the recall finished! Later, nerd! Burr, burr, burr. Hey, execute!
Easy.
Clip that, please! Holy shit!
I have never seen a Vexel do that.
I've seen
once I got to
Nocturnals do
witness
that
it.
before. Oh
I've
man.
I've had it done to me as a Warwick Q one time. Got backed all the way to base.
That was incredible. And now Nocturne Gauge Inc. comes in. Volbear gonna go ahead and ult the safety as this dragon is looking firmly in the camp of Wormbound as the onslaught unending.
Yep, 18 minutes, 30 seconds in to get their second dragon. It's still gonna be a ways out before we see some souls though.
Still, we have an almost 7k gold lead for Wormbound Crusaders. It looks like they are dropping Rift in the mid lane there. Gonna drive it into this tower. SBL Bad Boy is sitting on the wings trying to do something, but he's not gonna do shit to
Yeah,
this.
respect on the
That's gonna
flank
get
though, gets the ult. Oh, but oh my god, Mr. Tuesday finds the ult. Down comes Phoenix Blaze's ult and destroyed.
And
Next.
I fucking love Doggin. I'm Bad Boy. As we see his build go into Frozen Fist as the first item against this triple AP comp, with Mr. Tuesday being 7-0 and 3, in all AD or all armor item feels like the wrong move.
See, the
Hey,
problem
MR
is
is
like for
overrated.
him, MR is like the correct item for like the team. The problem is that he's on Alawi duty, right? Like if the Alawi's not group, it's like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, right?
Yeah, but then you just can't ever just be near your team. Like,
Yeah.
it's never the right decision.
Yeah, it's tough because like ideally you don't want the Alawi to be with the like you just like the Alawi. It's like if you go with the team with the Alawi, is that worth it? But like also like if you take the MRI, I'm sure you could be with your team, but like you also never can hang with the Alawi in this side lane. I mean, I like the ideal situation obviously is that you're not behind and you go MR item first, or you like could get an MR item second item because you're still in laning phase. But that's not where he's at.
This is a legitimate question. It's gonna
Like-
sound like shade, but does Dan know how to play from ahead?
I believe it. I've seen him do stuff.
Back in the day, he was our team Swain top laner. He did mid lane. I was there. I've seen it. somewhere in his.
I mean, there was
depth-
last season. I mean,
Yep.
I mean, the finals he popped off multiple games.
True.
Like-
I guess I was more talking about this season, but that's
Yeah,
fair.
this season has been a rougher season for the bad boy. But
Wormbound
Crusaders lineup,
Crusader.
I mean,
Baron.
but bad
Yeah,
boy
For the
proving
worm.
CS. I mean, the perennial man of CS doesn't matter. KDA doesn't matter. Only the wins do.
Oh, but can he dodge this next E?
Oh
I
man,
don't-
yeah, he's out. He's out. He's out.
Oh,
He's
gotta
so
go.
safe. But yeah,
that was so much damage coming back onto him. Like, sure, he's on Alawi duty, but there's nothing that he can do to that Alawi.
no.
He might as well just wave at her in the distance.
As we now see a very decisive Baron call here. I like this. I like this a lot from the Wormbound Crusaders. Like,
Yeah, they knew
They've-
they had the advantage. They pushed the Nasus back. They pushed
Yep.
everyone back.
they know they are so like they're in the lead. They have a solid gold lead. They have all the pressure, and they're just pedal to the metal. Like all gas, no brakes.
Now, this is exactly what we want to see from them. We're getting to that point in the game where Wormbound Crusaders has historically just not been able to identify what they need to do next, and where Big Dirk Energy has just come ahead in team fights. But
Yeah.
a 10k gold lead? I don't
Yeah.
know if we've seen this surmountable of a lead for Wormbound Crusaders at this point in the game before.
I think I'm trying to remember. They've
I
had
wanna say
some
we
they've come
have.
back,
Sure.
but like,
I think it was one of those early Elder Drake
yeah,
ones where they were like super far
alright.
ahead. We
yeah,
still had hope for this team for so long.
yeah. But man,
Hey, this game is
This
showing
is-
that there's hope for this team.
Yeah.
They have life. They have life.
yeah, there's life in this series. I mean, we're talking like, I mean, they are down 2-0, but like last game was close, right? Like for a long time until it wasn't. This time, the game has not been very close, but we're gonna see if it's gonna be that way until it isn't, or
I
not.
guarantee you 30 is in voice right now saying, don't worry boys, we got him right where we want him.
Yeah, as he gets the flash engage on a
Flashing
Mr.
in.
Tuesday, Vex all coming through. Mr. Tuesday's gonna go down before he gets anything here. Vel'Koz's gonna pick up Volabear, but this is huge for the BDE. Meanwhile, though, oh my god, Thunder doesn't matter. Thunder's just slapping through here. He's tearing through this team. As down goes, Tactical Nocturne ult for the direct hit KO. And it is a rout for BDE after it looks so good.
I feel like both that fight and the last one where Respect flanked them from behind in mid lane, if they weren't behind substantially, that those are great fights, those are great decisions and great picks. It's just so difficult to overcome this surmountable of a lead
Yeah.
at this point.
One
in
of
the
those
game.
fights that you win this fight. This is a great fight to take, except for the fact that you're down 10k, so you lose the fight.
Right.
Honestly, though, I think the actual crazy thing here is that they are only losing an inhib tower on mid off of that play.
Well, it is tough playing when you don't have an AD carry or
Yeah,
a lot of range champions. That
yeah,
are gonna be able
you
to
do
do
have to.
anything
I mean,
towers.
getting the tower cracked is huge for this team because you can actually fully force the you don't have like a point that's a line of scrimmage for mid lane, right? You can go. I'm sure there's the choke point, but like you can safely move all the way up to that inhib tower without sacrificing risk to the tower.
We see Baron buff is close
Respect
to
in danger here.
falling off
Mr. Tuesday sees blood, and oh my god, he burns the ult. There's no mercy here.
There's nothing he can do.
Oh,
There's
no.
literally nothing Resquet can do.
No. I mean, with no Flash, no Ghost, there was absolutely nothing.
Honestly, I'm convinced even if he's found alone, if Tuesday finds anybody alone and wants to, they're probably dead. Same thing with Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the only difference is that Mr. Tuesday is going to be a lot faster.
Yes.
The other hand, though, is that Mr. Tuesday, if you catch him with enough people, he'll probably explode. At this point, for Thunder, I'm not sure what the number of people you need to assign to him is.
The previous game's worth of teammates in combination.
First tower picked up for the BDE, objective bounty secured, but at what cost here is SBL Bad Boy? Actually, oh, never mind. Dude, I thought he was out, and then he wasn't.
Really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Doctor crushing the mid lane over here.
Yeah, he's just waiting. He's waiting. He's got the ult available. If a fight breaks out, he's just going to fly right on up. There's lots of poke going on. This tower slowly but steadily ticking away. As now we're going to see a BDE base most likely just get dismantled.
I mean, what do they even do from here? You got
force a fight. Oh, Vexalt going to run just short here. They do get the middle inhib. And it looks like that's going to be all for this push. Never mind, Mr. Tuesday looking for more. He's going to find 30, and oh my god. Nocturnal coming through as well. They do secure it. They're marching now for the inhib. They know there is no Vexalt available. So it's really just down to watch out for the Zeri.
They're just playing this out, nice and clean, nice and slow.
Yeah, this is just methodical from them. I mean, that's really where you want to be when you're down 2-0 in a series like this. You're way ahead. Don't take dumb risks, even if it's very likely going to work out in your favor. I mean, you're 13k up. You are losing literally nothing in this game.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, Baron's up in a minute, and I mean, this is a textbook. We got 2 lanes Fryo. We secure Baron, and then we just march in. And you just can't deal with 2 super waves with Baron. Like, you just can't.
Nasa stack sitting at 406, 444.
Yeah. Oh my god, something I didn't also realize is you mentioned the farm. Cax has almost Flame Horizon 30.
Yeah. Yeah, 30 really trying to kind of pull his team out of a bad spot.
Yeah.
And just roam around the map, try to be there. He spent a lot of time top lane not really doing anything, just trying to keep Thunder a little bit off SBL Bad
Here's
Boy's
the
hit.
engage.
Ultimately
Renai's
wasn't
going
enough.
in.
God, that ult from Phoenix Blaze just getting the entire team. Tuesday chasing Resquec down. He's not going to be able to do anything. That's damage coming back onto 30. He's going to fall as well. 3 down, the entire base cracked open. They're not going to be able to do anything. SBL Bad Boy trying to buy as much time as he possibly can, but Thunder back here to tell him to just go sit down and wait for the next game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that Diana pick worked though.
I sure did.
Sure it did.
And now, draft's gonna get real interesting, because man, that thing was monstrous.
That was absolutely terrifying. I would not want to be on the receiving end of that nonsense.
The thing is that if they want to, and they hard target that Diana or any of the mids from Tuesday, he can just go back to the bot lane. Although that hasn't necessarily worked out this season.
Yeah. A phenomenal game from the Wormbound Crusaders as a defiant strike back in Game 3, and surprisingly the most one-sided, I mean, presumably the most one-sided game. We didn't see all of Game 1, but, and we got a series on our hands.
We do. That we do. There's still hope for the Crusader fanatics out there.
Wow. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take a few minute break here. We're going to get back into the next game, and we'll see you guys in a few.
Hashtag on crank.
All right, we are back. Time for another game coming in soon. And I'm curious to see what changes now on the draft here. Now that
You gotta
Wormbound
imagine
is
there's
in.
gonna be, there's gotta be some adaptation. Or maybe they just figure since they have blue side, they can pick, they can, you know, dictate things a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, they don't get pinched the same way with the Zac Nocturne that they did the last time.
May you die with your eyes closed.
As
Ziggs Asol once
Ziggs
again eating
Asol,
bans.
no surprises here.
They really don't want both of those picks having the flexibility that they've shown in previous weeks.
Yep.
We
And there
see
we go,
the
the red side Nocturne ban, which I agree with here. We've seen what happens. We see a Kled ban.
Yeah, same first 3 bans they
Same
had
as last
time,
game.
and the Zac
Yep,
ban.
the Zac ban. There we go. Yeah, they good draft adaptation from BDE here on that. Where the thing was we leave it the same. So Wormbound is forced to take this double ban. I wonder, man, Wormbound could have totally just left both those open and taken a trade. But I mean, as we saw the last time, maybe they think yeah, it's not worth getting Zac if they get Nocturne.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I personally fear the Nocturne as hard as some of the other players in this league, and I feel like that if you build the correct team around Nocturne, you could beat it, and I think Zac is part of that correct team.
Yeah, I think Zac's good against a Nocturne team, where you're gonna have a high CC tankier jungler that still has more like Bruisery, right? But
Right. Yeah, but I mean he builds.
Yeah.
Builds hard tank. But we get the Briar coming out from Cax instead. which has kind of been hit or miss. A lot of miss this season. I think.
What some hits?
Some hits. A lot
Some
of missed
hits.
ults.
Yeah, a lot of missed ults. I
You
think
see the Jinx Millie.
Jinx Milio here. A little more agency than the Zeri Lulu lane.
Yeah, we saw them use this to good effect. I mean, we didn't see them use it to good effect game 1, but it really looked like they used it to good effect game 1 based on what
We like to
what we got
imagine
after
they
the
used
fact.
it to good effect game 1. Yeah, I like the Alawi pick here.
Yeah, the Alawi was great for them last game. It was really a bully
Yeah,
top
then we see the
lane once
Mordekaiser
again.
ban. Yep.
We see the respect Mordekaiser ban.
I can't imagine we don't see a Diana ban though. And that's where I'm curious here. I was wondering if they were gonna pick the Diana in 3. But the nice thing here is that because they're on red side, like one thing they can do is like that Vel'Koz, they can literally flex it until the last pick, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to show your cards. We do see the Diana ban coming through. They do not want to see that again, and I think I can respect that.
100% agree with that.
I think we probably see a Hui ban coming out from them as well. Yeah, the Seraphine. That
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
I like the Seraphine ban as well. The Seraphine's really good against Vel'Koz also, actually. Just has to stand still for the ult, so like your ult's like gonna be able to get to it.
Fair.
What are we getting for the last ban here? Wang, you were calling
Hui?
Hui here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nailed
they
it.
called it. There's the Hui ban.
So
It's just one of the better bans to put into Vel'Koz, because like Vel'Koz doesn't play that well with tanks, and I don't know. I don't think Ahri is that good with Vel'Koz.
I mean, I don't think Ari's a good support. Full stop.
I agree with that. Then we get a Brand.
Brand?
I mean, that's another flex. Brand can go mid. Like Brand mid is like not even it's good right now. Like it's totally viable. But that's also
Yeah,
can be
but
Brand support.
I don't think that's
I think it's
Tuesday
support.
champion though.
No, I don't think so.
I think
And I
that's
also don't think it's
champion.
particularly great. Like I think there's better champions you could put in the mid lane. So I assume it's a support. But
So do you
it's a
think
good
we-
option.
Do you guys think we see something different out of the Trundle? The Trundle looked a lot better for him. I mean, the W interrupting the Vel'Koz ult is huge. Just having
Very
that flexibility, not having the dependence on, like, you know, having to farm, having to build up to a point. The Trundle able to go on a lot earlier, and I think, we do see the Ahri pickup for Blab though.
There we go.
I
Those
think
bans
bans
have
just
not
have been
been
more comfortable.
unfounded. We have finally found the Ari pick for an eye.
But to be honest, in quite a few cases, Trundle versus Alawi is not always in favor of Trundle. Because he does have to be in the middle of Alawi's tentacles to do
That's
anything.
a Tristana mid, guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love this pick.
Tristana mid, Vel'Koz Brand bot.
Yeah, I actually really like the Tristana out of Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think this team comp makes a whole lot of sense, especially like with the player that Tuesday is on top of him trying to play the mid role,
Yeah.
on top of like their bot lane needed to be mages to do anything effective. I think this whole team makes just a lot of sense.
Yeah. Really, really good looking draft again from Wormbound Crusaders. A
Also
little bit
for
more
both
of the
sides.
same.
I like
but-
both drafts.
Yeah,
here.
I like both sides drafts.
I like the adaptations from BDE a lot in this one. I like Blab on the Ahri, Jinx Milio. I mean, I'm just excited to be able to see Jinx Milio actually get played. I think it's something that Respect and Tree have been talking about. I know Tree's got quite a few games on Milio, and we got robbed of it in game 1, so I'm really happy to be seeing it here.
Maybe Milio is what crashes the lobby.
Don't you fucking say that.
Ooh. Okay, so just to make sure, we are not hitting the plus button.
We do not hit the plus button because we
Don't
do
touch
not.
The lead client. Take your hands off the wheel.
We
all
have-
right?
My
Jesus
hands have
is
never
driving
been on
tonight.
this thing.
We
Jesus
have
is
so
driving.
little faith in the spectator client.
Uh,
We have just
it's
enough
great.
faith, actually.
No,
If I piss it off,
are you
it'll get
kidding
my-
me? I can't do anything on my computer while I'm casting. I have a laptop sitting on a freezer. All I get to do is look at the screen.
Have you ever thought about like maybe building yourself a bedroom or something,
Ha 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 ha.
or buying one or something?
You're so fucking funny.
Well, maybe you can have a dedicated caster booth in your next house.
Oh, that
Oh,
would
yeah,
actually be
SBL.
kind of cool.
That would be sick. That would be sick. Just
Actually,
get
do like a soundproof room.
Yeah.
or we just get one of those like the. Actually, we just copy the LCS. We build the like display where we can both look down at
Oh
it
yeah.
and then
Oh,
get.
fuck.
But then we just have to get those nice ass headsets that they use.
Oh, yeah.
The ones that are purpose built for casting and nothing else.
Oh yeah.
Because as we know from Flowers casting, you can scream at the top of your lungs and it is not picked up by fucking anything else.
We
Yeah.
should try and make that happen. We should try and
Alright.
make that happen for the charity event
Alright.
in the fall.
Oh shit. All right.
I'm down to clown. I think we can put this together.
Yeah. I think we could make something cool happen here.
Then we'll fly Tim up real quick.
Dude, I'm in. if there's anything, I'll bite. I'm an easy fish when
Alright.
it comes to stuff like that.
all right. Just flying you up for MH3 and then for charity casting in the
Yep.
in the new purpose-built
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
I like it.
I'll make it for Bacon as well.
Perfect.
I see the black screen.
I also see the black screen.
I also have the black screen.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're
Oh.
good.
All right.
We're
You
so
didn't
good.
touch it. Nobody touched it, right?
No one touched it. Not even fucking with the
My
stream.
hands
I'm
are
not,
in
I'm
my
not even messing with the
pockets.
overlay. The overlay is technically off, and I just hit the transfer, like where it's got the the overlay is currently like showing the in-game one
Oh.
versus the loading one, which is like
Oh.
whatever.
Did my game go away?
Yeah, I'm at 0%.
Mine. Okay, no, it's still there. It just minimized for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
no.
at 0% as well.
Fuck.
Maybe it is Melio.
Dude, maybe it's.
You just had to say something.
I say what I think.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's what we pay you to do. Okay, hold on.
You're getting paid?
No. No.
Mm.
Mm. Oh, fucking
Sus.
A.
Can anybody?
If
Yeah.
someone is watching, can you try and spectate their game real fast and report back to us?
I'm still refusing to touch my computer.
Also, actually, if you can hover over and see how far they're in the game. Yeah, I'm not. This is so finicky, and it has been. I wish there was a way. I'm in. I'm in. I'm
we're
in.
in the rift.
I'm in.
We're in the
Oh,
rift.
we're
Holy-
so in.
holy. Everybody
Don't
stop
touch
spectating.
anything.
Everybody else stop spectating. We
Yeah.
don't need it to crash from too many spectators.
Yeah. Holy.
I don't know if it's a thing, but I'm.
Dude, I
you know.
trusted shit. Dude.
I don't even want to put up the scoreboard. I'm scared.
Dude.
Sorry, I'm putting up the scoreboard. I'm gonna do that.
I'll do that much, but man, God, dude.
Oh my god.
I am
Summoner's Rift.
real talk. If I could, fuck, dude, do some charity work for Riot. I'll fucking go code their goddamn spectator client for them.
We need to just send Riot this footage of us trying so hard to like play these games. We have 10 bodies playing the games. We have like some bodies watching the games. We're not big. We're not trying to get big, but like these are all people that just love League of Legends.
Yeah.
It's just let us love the game.
I know, right? Like,
Between production, players, viewers, and everybody else that's involved behind the scenes. I mean, this is like a 60-ish person.
yeah, this is like
operation.
50 plus
Nothing-
people for like.
It's
Yeah.
It's not insubstantial.
No.
I've seen people have streamer communities with far fewer people than that.
Yeah, dude.
Fair,
And I
fair,
mean,
fair.
like, yeah, oh man, the SBL is so real.
Exactly.
Just let us have this riot.
Please.
As oh god.
Ping's going out right away to note that Renai has Ignite, looking to drop the kills on Tristana.
Yeah,
Yeah, TP advantage definitely on the side of Wormbound Crusaders with 3-1.
yeah, very big TP advantage here on them. But, yeah, I mean
Bad Boy
that's
has a CS lead. Stop the game right here. Nobody look any further. He has the CS lead. I want him to retain it.
yeah, Ignite on R8 gives just so much more. It's immense amounts more kill pressure at a lot of stages of the game. A lot of her combos, depending on like where your health is, that just don't quite hit those breakpoints unless you get like bigger. And Ignite helps push you over that. So we'll
Yeah,
see. That's gonna be something to look out for.
I almost agree the same way for Tristana. I feel like there's so much, like, especially if you haven't played against a ton of Tristanas recently, like,
Yeah.
there's so much cheese that you can do with the Ignite into the bomb, into the
Yeah.
ult combo that you just don't know that damage is there until you're already dead.
Yeah, and the thing is, like with the Tristana, is like the Ignite just pushes your kill pressure to like just a little higher than you'd ever expect, right? Like it's like a Trist, like if it gets a full all-in, can kill with like Ignite at like 75-80%, right? Depending on like where you're at on farm and break points.
Yeah.
But like, and so like it's one of those things where it's like, it'll be interesting. So now the onus is on Renai now to push this Ignite into a lane advantage, right? Because like Summoner is the better scaling spell. Like, full stop. Once if you make it out of laning phase and you have TP over Ignite, TP is just better to have.
Yeah, Onus really going to be on him to take advantage of that. I feel like Jinx is going to be able to play a little bit better into the Vel'Koz in the bot as opposed to the Zeri. Respect having a lot more ability to kind of lock it down, keep it at range. But man,
The Million's got good interruption for this stuff here. Oh! Crab goes over to Cax. Okay. Battle Crab, man.
Both crab battles.
Yeah, dude.
Real Metal Gear
That-
solid shit.
that like the crab rave.
No, I got a different video from you. From,
Yeah.
2010 for you
Oh,
later,
God.
Alec.
Wait, no. There's no way. It's gotta be older than 2010.
Oh, Dolphy didn't see Tree waiting in the bush. Respect is going to hit the root. A lot of damage going back onto him. He's just going to back out. SBL Bad Boy just getting bullied under his tower once again here, though.
Yeah. A nice double knockback from Phoenix Blade's gonna save Dolphy there.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it in top lane, but Thunder just barely made it in time to make Bad Boy play the mini game up in the top lane.
Oh man.
30, is he pinging top? He's going top. There's no other camps in his topside jungle, besides Scrubs about to
Yeah,
spawn.
that's like gank territory then, right? Like, unless he thinks he's gonna try and sneak grubs, because like we don't see rotate from either support.
He's pinging. He's on his way.
Yep,
Thunder's
he's on his
still
way.
at a really
Thunder's
healthy
a
life
boom,
total,
too.
though.
Directed camera? Oh, he flashed to safety. All right,
Gets the flash.
there you go.
quick
That
run
buys
for
some
30,
much
but
needed
buying
breathing
so
room for the
much
bad
time.
boy. Yep.
Also popped Bad Boy's Ghost in there.
Oh, did it? I missed that.
Yeah.
Big call. Yeah, that's relevant. As 30's gonna use that to go ahead and get worms. We're gonna say we're
he
ignoring
at least
directed
gets the-
camera. We're looking at this for a second.
First worm, and mid lane still has Prio.
Yeah, Melee's pretty. Cax is
top-
dancing for some reason though, and he does not have prio. As
Ooh,
30 calls the
hits
engage.
stun.
RE6, here comes the ult. Spirit Rush through, waiting on the charm. Cax low, but now he's gonna flash, and there we go. Spirit Rush charm. Cax going down. First blood over to 30. And assuredly a couple
Good.
grubs to join it.
Good awareness from Renai's circulation. quick rotation up to the grubs. Not the hardest call in the world to make, but still, you love to see him have the impact early on and securing the neutral objective and setting Cax a little bit further behind. Mr. Tuesday, though, jumping in on Renai, he's got the little buster bullshit on him. The charm lands, he's going to be able to walk away, but just representing exactly what Wang was talking about earlier, the amount of damage that the Tristana can threaten in situations like that.
Yeah, like if he like ignite plus ult there was probably lethal. Like, and that's just, it's one of those things where like it's weird those like where those breakpoints land with that ignite.
3 grubs grabbed by 32. That is very good for him at this point.
It is good for him. He's still sitting at level 4. Cax already making it to level 5, so he's gonna be ahead. Cax is gonna be ahead, making it to level 6, which is pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. Like the big thing is that like, unlike the previous game, like at this point, the wheels were already starting to kind of come off the train, right? The first grub fight went so sideways.
Yes, you had that fight go so sideways, and you had all of that money and pressure going on to Tuesday that he doesn't get in this situation because Blab was the first one to rotate up there. So a very, very important difference in what is otherwise a very similar point in the game.
Yeah.
Are we zoomed in?
We zoomed out again. Yeah. In the heart attack stage of the beginning of this game, I forgot to zoom out because I was a little flustered. If you would.
That's understandable.
Posturing. Both junglers here both double 6 advantage here in favor of the Wormbound Crusaders. Phoenix and Cax at 630 and Respect not quite yet.
Looks like they're playing a little bit back, kind of respecting that.
Yeah, looks like they're really putting a lot of effort into this gank here as we see Cax looking for the lane gank. Sweeper coming up, but
if Respect just respecting the shit out of it and just kind of hanging back.
Yep, we see Dobby looking for poke, zoning out, and Renai's going to find the engage here on Mr. Tuesday, but it looks like he's just going to go ahead and jump to safety. Yeah, there'll be no follow-up charm.
A lot of damage, but yeah, just gonna kind of peace out. But Cax spending an absurd amount of time on the bottom to get absolutely
I wonder if Respect and Tree saw the sweeper activation when it was coming through the lane.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like you'll see junglers do that, but the thing is you have to be careful when you're doing that. Like the minions don't see that like the sweeper
Cax is still down there.
Dude, he is spending.
Maybe they think he has to be back by now.
This is a massive gank right here.
Yeah. Okay, he does hit. But a flash out of Respect, a flash forward from Dolphy. Respect's going to make it out, and that's so rough. I mean, they burnt 4 summoners.
And they'll probably pick up Dragon.
Yeah. But wow.
I mean, like, they do get something out of it, but Cax definitely had a tempo advantage over Polar Bear going into that.
Yeah, he spent a lot of it. Now, Ari's looking to mess around in the mid lane here. He's going to go ahead and get the kill onto Cax, potentially. Cax getting very low, but no, Cax going to be able to make it out just barely. Mr. Tuesday picks up the kill. And now it's all fallen in favor of the Wormbound.
Oh, good damage going back onto Thunder, though. SBL Bad Boy wants to play, but
he is playing.
He's going to get the solo kill onto Thunder.
That is just insane out of SBL Bad Boy.
Wow.
Dan coming in huge when it counts.
Matter again.
Yeah. Now he's gonna get himself plates as well, probably 2.
3, if he wants it.
Oh
Looks like he's going for it. There's no TP out of Thunder.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to walk back to this. There's a full minion wave.
Oh, that's so big. And just like that, Dan is up in gold in his lane. Just like that. Bides his time for 10 minutes to strike. And a massive reversal.
Playing up a little bit.
Yeah.
It was the one turret shot that hit him that
yeah, and it was great. And he just pulled the trigger and he fucking sent it. It was huge. Yeah, it turns out Thunder just like a big part of it also was like Thunder had not spent a bunch of items there, and now we see Grubs 4, probably 5 and 6 coming over to BDE. The contest's gonna come in. Oh, a smite from Cass gonna go ahead and steal this one. As now getting a little spicy here. Mr. Tuesday going ahead, leading the charge. SBL Bad Boy getting
that's
blasted.
So much damage onto him.
Mr. Tuesday getting a lot of damage here with this Tristana, but now we're looking for more. Respect has joined, and it is a 4v4 once again. But
Going in.
blue team going to go ahead and secure. Jinx Rocket going to do a lot of damage. Wormbound Crusaders on a route, and Tree picks up once again. Dolphy going down in supportal combat. Cax running for his life. Bullbear Stone going to land. Cax going to go ahead and self-taunt, though. He's coming back in now, and he's going to go down as Respect gets the kill, and now he's excited. Mr. Tuesday going to have to jump to safety.
That's so funny, but that entire sequence was just staying too long and contesting too hard over the neutral objectives for both teams. But Big Dirk Energy walks away with 5 Void Grubs, and Wormbound Crusaders does get 1 as a consolation prize, but just looked like they overstayed their welcome and thought they were a little bit bigger than their britches were for taking down the undefeated in lane this game, SBL Bad Boy.
Yeah, SBL Bad Boy going down, and the thing was is that like they had the turn, like they were ahead, but the thing was like after they won, Thunder stayed at lane and Respect had rotated up, so it's like even though they had a kill and they had like 3 members, they were still outmanned, and so it was a 4v3 in favor of BDE on the counterfight.
We still see a slight level advantage for Cax over 30 now. Cax still leading in CS by a bit. And
importantly, right now is Cax has an item complete, his first item complete. We don't see that from 30. If they don't both recall before this Herald, that is something that could be very relevant.
we also see Tuesday up a little bit of gold, up a level. And up some CS as well. The mid lane going well for him. 30 kind of coming to scare him off of things. But yeah, the Tristana looking like it's, like Wang was talking about earlier, a really comfortable pick for Mr. Tuesday. He's played it in bot lane in the past, and he's looking great against Blab on this, you know, diving assassin that even though he did have the ignite, it's 13 minutes in the game. He doesn't have any kills.
Yeah, the Ignite did help pick up the kill on Cax, which was like an assist there. But
true.
yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, a lot of it is still, you'd expect when you're taking that Ignite to see the lane pressure. Like, that's what you're picking the Ignite for. So, very good job for Mr. Tuesday to hold down the fort through that Ignite. And if he keeps that up, I think it's going to be really, really big for his team come mid-game.
Ooh, 30 coming up here, though.
Yep, Mr. Tuesday's on the wings, and oh no.
No. Oh, is it okay? Thunder smacking back down onto 30. 30's trying to run away. SBL Bad Boys there. The ult from the Briar is going to miss, and everybody's just going to kind of walk away. Are you guys still seeing this?
I'm stuck at 14 minutes. I'm back.
Oh,
I'm back.
Okay, I'm at 14, 18, 19.
Okay, I'm 15 seconds behind. I'm going to watch this thing. The Briar Arc goes wide. Here's what you got to see.
Tuesday gets 30 behind the tower, but SBL Bad Boy up here. Once again, 1v1ing Thunder comes. He is underneath the tentacle, but Thunder's not going to be able to do anything.
Hang on, you're casting, Mitch. You're casting ahead of me. You're casting ahead of me here.
You're way ahead.
We're gonna have to reline. Yeah, you're good. But yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
We're gonna go ahead.
I forgot you're streaming.
Yep, you're all good. SBL Bad Boy going in on Thunder Cunt here. Formerly Thunder gonna go down. SBL Bad Boy. Oh my God, never mind. Thunder's still alive. He's so low. As Mr. Tuesday saves the day. A well-placed Tristana blast, and now SBL Bad Boy is routed here as he's going to try and make a run for it. Mr. Tuesday going to go ahead and pick him up with the flash. Cax going on to Herald, and at this point, I'm going to pause. I'm at 14:51.
Okay, let me get right back there. Yeah, sorry, it was just so exciting the sequence that my brain stopped thinking about what that actually meant.
Yeah.
All right, I am also at 14:51.
Okay, 14:51.
I'm at 53, but I'm gonna wait.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit play and I'm gonna count us in, and then so I'm playing in 3, 2, 1. 14:51, 14:52, 14:53, 14:54, 55,
Beautiful.
56, 57. All right, excellent. Jinx Rocket gonna go wide there off screen, and we're gonna go ahead and see our first tower of the game going over. Mr. Tuesday picking that one up. A bit of help from Thunder.
And really, through those sequences, Wormbound Crusaders getting themselves a sizable lead again. 3K up at 15 minutes. BDE gonna answer it with their gonna try to answer it with their first dragon of the game. But again, we see Tuesday, 450 gold bounty on his head, 3-0.
What the hell?
on the
Objective
Tristana.
bounties are going live here, and they're gonna immediately be claimed for this dragon?
All right.